Last week was just the first round of Hardcore Matt Madness, and Matt's shiny disco shirt was a hit. Other than that, not much happened, except for the biggest scandal in Matt Madness history. It had nothing to do with Perry from This Is My Bourbon podcast, because he lost cleanly. However, Sean from the Bourbon Junkies and Josh from Stuffin' Whiskey both won and both lost, depending on when you were watching. Long story short, there was some confusion on the field and Matt was forced to make the call. As a result of a bottle being 8 years old instead of 9, Sean was not fired and has moved on to the next round.
Welcome to week 2 of Matt Madness in tonight's hardcore doubleheader. You have on one side Jason from the Mash and Drum, Dusty Dan, and Jeff from Hello Again Whiskey Friends. On the other side, you have Trev, the Bourbon Wretch, Clifton from Bourbon Bites, and Brian outright abandons bourbon. Tonight's another Matt Madness, right on Whiskey Tube. See all these boys, they don't like it when Matt makes them choose. Sniffing glands working left to right. If you see them guessing, I think it's best to pour yourself another glass and watch this whiskey fest. Tonight's another Matt Madness. Come on, drink along. Tonight's another Matt Madness. The boys are guessing wrong. Put your hands together and raise a glass for Matt Madness, Master of Ceremonies, the Sultan of the Swirl Job, Baron of Butt Stuff, Matthew Porter.
Hey, happy Friday, everybody. How's it going? Happy Friday. Happy Matt Madness Friday. It is another Friday night, another week where we are going to determine 2 contestants who will move on to the next round of Matt Madness. 6 competitors compete tonight in tonight's doubleheader. It's a doubleheader. 3 on 3, or 1 versus 1 versus 1, and then another 1 versus 1 versus 1 right after that. Am I ready? Oh, hell yeah, I'm ready. But just barely, by the skin of my teeth. And I don't even know why they say that, because I don't know if teeth have skin. That's probably why they say that. Anyway, Matt Madness, Whiskey Tasting Invitational, Hardcore. Let's do it. Everybody in chat, 445 people here so far. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Friggin' love you all so much. And speaking of love, let me bring in a guy who's got more V's in his neck than I have more love for his hat. Dusty Dan, how the heck are you, man?
Doing good, Matty. How are you?
You buttoned up all the way?
No, man, I'm loose.
Oh, geez, they're just trying to button up on you. That's silly.
Yeah.
Man, good to see you. Are you ready for Matt Madness 2023 Hardcore?
Ready, man. Ready. Let's do it. Excited. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, you know what they say. You got to have at least one Dan, and I already had one. Then 2. There's 3. You know, the more Dans, the merrier. That's what they say. That's what they say. And speaking of someone who's merry, this man I've never seen not smile because he is just joyful all the time. His smile is infectious and contagious, unlike the other contestant tonight. Everybody, please welcome Mash and Drum, Jason, dude. How's it going, my man?
What is up? Back.
You smiling bugger.
Dude, look at this. Dude, your shirt is so dreamy. I love it.
It is. It's got snowflakes on it. No big deal.
Is that snowflakes? I was trying to make out what was on there. That's snowflakes?
I'm guessing. And by the way, I had to wear it before it stopped snowing completely. Just had to bust out the snowflake shirt. Snowflake was my nickname back in middle school. I don't know what they're talking about.
You are unique. So
you're down in the basement, I see, this year.
Yeah, this is kind of my strategy. I didn't want to be in my whiskey room and have any outside influence or any bottles I'm looking at. So I'm just focusing right what's in front of me. So.
Well, you're broadcasting in the highest quality 3P I've ever seen in my life. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's right.
Pretty good. But this guy's all frowns all day. We'll bring in the third friggin' sorry contestant for a happy person. Jeffrey Wack, how's it going, my main guy?
Hey, hello again, whiskey friends.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. I bet you there was like you could probably place a bet on that if you'd say it or not. It's like the coin toss at the Super Bowl. And I guessed that you would have. And I bet a quarter. So, boom.
You want
Tony Bag of Donuts, $10 super chat. Thank you, Tony Bag of Donuts. Ready for some hardcore fun? Cheers. Cheers, Tony B. Friggin' Tony B. And we have Adam Hamilton, the 13th president. Shirt is so fire. Matt is dreamy. Oh, yeah. You know what? I just decided to go shirt shopping and bought some shit. We're not even anywhere near where we're going, but we're going somewhere. We're going somewhere fast, and it's going to be pretty sweet. Anyway, speaking of sweet, let's bring in Shayla Bott. How's it going, Shayla?
Oh, I'm so good. I was very tired today, and as soon as the guy started talking, I was immediately amped. So I'm amped right now.
Mr. Jonathan Cook, friggin'
Yes,
Mr.
Jonathan
Cook. He's like, I could be doing voiceovers for Pixar or Matt Madness. Matt, that's great. What a guy. What a friggin' guy.
He's awesome.
I love this man. David L., no polyester plastic shirt tonight, Matt? Oh, you have changed. Literally the same exact company and style shirt as I wore last week. So make up your mind, jackass. Thank you for the super chat, David. Love you. Oh, Jason's cleaning his screen. Little screen cleaning.
I think my internet just sucks again. I think someone's streaming upstairs.
Oh. The stream in the hard corn pour or
hard porn core. Exactly.
Yeah. Hard pour corn. Yeah, that's what it is. Speaking of that, this shit's delicious. If anyone got their new apple hardcore, freaking
I
good.
just got mine today, man. It's awesome. A toasted apple brand, dude, it's so good.
I'm fighting off a little bit of a cold. So weird. I haven't been sick in ages. I woke up this morning. David from the Shelf Turds, he's been sick all week. So bless his heart for coming through with music. But he texted me last night and said, I've been sick all week. And I felt fine last night. I woke up this morning and I was like, David literally gave me it over a text message. That son of a bitch. What in the world? You guys can go ahead and open up your Matt Madness tape jobs, your old tape balls.
The TJs, you know.
I'm not sure I can open this. That's a lot.
Well, you're gonna have to start working on it.
Yeah,
get creative.
You need a damn knife, like a serious knife.
That's a good little.
Oh, that looks
serious enough for you, Jason.
That's pretty serious.
That's called the bagel. That's called Bagel Hand.
Yeah.
Lots of emergency room visits for Bagel Hand. I don't shop at What's Dan Flash's? Sounds like a sweet store. But it's the old Amazon. Hollywood, no headbands this year, Mr. Porter. Thanks again for the great entertainment. I wore headbands during the Ultimate Flighting Championship.
Yes.
Never during Matt Madness. When will all the badass competition shirts be auctioned off? Well, like I said, I'll sell some shirts. Washed, unwashed, however you want them. You know what I mean? We'll get real dirty in here. Or clean. Fabric softener, whatever you'd like. I'll just follow the old care instructions.
Maddie, we can just open them or pour them?
Go ahead and pour them all. You go ahead and pour A through D.
Okay.
All right.
Man, oh man. Thank you all for being in chat. We have 594 people in here. Incredible for being just a few people pretending like they know things about whiskey. And then there's me, who literally knows everything about whiskey. Boom. Just joking. Nick the Greek, you know what prevents colds? Sweater vests. I don't want to. I'll get it. Maybe I'll get a sweater vest. Maybe I'll just bust out a good sweater vest. I could do that.
Give the
I definitely
people
could do
what
that.
they want, Matty.
Matt, I like the little plastic wrap around the tops.
Yeah, that's fancy, man.
Yeah.
Jeez, look at that.
Yeah, see, look at that. It's got the whole
Oh,
treatment here.
wow.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Mhm. Gotta do it. It's just like,
Can we pour these yet or not yet?
yeah, go ahead and pour them all.
Yep.
All right.
Pour them all.
Ooh, average drinker says, Dara says, I've already decided which knife I'm using for my round of Matt Madness.
Oh.
I might have
wanna
you
see a
open them with
machete.
spoons. Uh-oh. Stuff and Whiskey's in the house. Last time I spoke with Stuff and Whiskey, we were at odds. So cheers, Matt, and cheers, chat. Oh, actually, cheers, Matt, and cheers, chat. Sipping my favorite Dickel 9-year bourbon and ready to watch the madness.
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry,
that
Josh.
man, poor Dickel.
After reviewing the footage, I stand by my decision. And it was my fault in the very first place last week. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take it on the chin. But I've got a hell of a chin, so it didn't even bother me. But anyway, it wham right in the chin, and it's like, I shouldn't. I saw his answer, and for some reason, I got sympathetic towards what I thought he meant, and that's not a way to be a judge. That's the worst judge ever. Like, I think I know what you mean, so let me try to help. That was a terrible idea. What kind of a path was I going down? I should have just put him in the slammer and locked him up. You know what I mean?
I have been
Anyway.
smiling for a year to build your sympathy, and all I'm hearing is that Josh ruined my plan a week before it goes into motion.
Oh, no, I still have sympathy for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have sympathy for everyone here except for Dusty Dan.
No sympathy for me.
Nah. Just kidding. I love you. But
Me too.
what I love is the fact that this year is Matt Madness Hardcore. And if you were following along last week, we had some hardcore rules. Last week, the hardcore rules were a game of which you could choose a question in which you wanted to double your points, which was super cool of me. But if you chose the same question as somebody else, they cancel each other out and you would both earn 0. That was beneficial for some people. It didn't hurt anybody, which was nice. We would hate to see that happen. This week, we're continuing with the Matt Madness rules, hardcore rules.
Okay.
And of course, I don't have my score sheet pulled up because, like I said earlier, idiot. I'm an idiot. But we're getting there. Here we go. Nope, that's definitely not it. That's last year.
Do we just verbalize to you if we want to go hardcore or not, or we do it secretly in the chat on the?
I think
messenger?
secretly, but it'll be different this time, which we'll probably talk about in just a moment.
Got it.
But Jason, I would appreciate a heads up on when you're
Yeah.
playing music.
Yeah, I'll give you a hand signal, buddy. Don't worry.
There you go.
You know what that hand signal is going to be too, Jeff, right? Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Wind it on up.
Something about your hand motions actually looks wrong when you don't actually do it. I think it actually looked worse.
Yeah, it actually does look worse.
Yeah.
All right, come on. People are just used to me waving my hands around anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I talk with
I
my
don't think
hands
so.
a lot too. I know how it feels. People are judgy with that shit.
they do.
So this week, our hardcore rules are a bit different.
Okay.
If you would like to know the theme of this hardcore, please raise your hand.
I mean, I know it. I know it, but
Hardcore. Yeah.
That's good. The majority of you. That's good. This week's hardcore is called delayed mattification, and that's a play on words because it's supposed to be funny. It'll get funny when we get there. And since that is called delayed mattification, you're going to have to wait to find out the rules. So until I tell you the hardcore rules, don't even worry about the hardcore game. But when we get there, you'll know because I'll tell you. But until then, your mattification will be delayed. So deal with it. Friggin' deal with it.
That's, all right. That's
Matt, would Dickel Bourbon without a number have counted? Yeah, I think so. If you would have said Dickel Bourbon, I would have given him that because there's only one bottle of Dickel Bourbon. So that would have sufficed as the actual answer to the bottle. For sure.
Just putting salt in the wound.
Like I said,
Seriously.
my wound is already healed.
Yeah.
We have 4 nosing questions and then 4 normal tasting questions, and then we have a final round. So during the tasting round, don't drink all of your stuff. Save a little bit for the next final round. Next year, I should probably send larger samples. I was thinking about that. I should probably send larger samples, but I have not done that. So, deal with what you got. It's an ounce or so. Eric D. Dan needs to add to the distraction and go down a button or 2 if he really wants to win this. That's our guest judge, Eric, who's looking for a little nip slip. Thank you for the super chat, Eric.
I've already seen enough Dan's hamburger meat. I don't need to see more of it.
That's extra lean. Extra lean ground beef.
Extra lean, 99%.
All right, so we do have a double header tonight, so I think it's only fair to get into the nosing round. Let's bust through this nosing round, and then we will get into some tasting stuff. We'll find out a winner. Probably be, if I had to guess, the chat. Whoever, you know what? I can't be putting. I was going to throw a name out there, and whoever wins, that was the name I was going to throw out. I can't be partial or something. My brain will get together here shortly. I promise. All right. In order to do that, I'm gonna put our scorekeeper Shayla. Everyone say Shayla. See you in a second. Bye, Shayla. Thank you for keeping score. You have the tracker. I'm assuming.
Oh, yep, I got it.
Thank you. Okay. I did it again. See? Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do it. Okay. This is going to be a nosing round. Let me double check that everything. Oh, yeah. We are lined up score sheet with the question. When the music begins, I would like. Oh, and you all have your answer sheets pulled up on Instagram Messenger, like we always do.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay, great. So when the music begins, I would like to know the age of this whiskey. You will earn 5 points for a correct guess and down to 1 point for being 4 years off in either direction. So when the music begins, you may nose this whiskey throughout the entire length of the song. When the song ends, you put the glass down and then you can answer. You do not have to answer within the song. So that is just exactly what we did last year. Moving into this year, same exact way. Unless, of course, I tell you different, but I don't think that's going to happen tonight. Unless, of course, it does in a little bit. Shut up, Dan. I don't want to hear you laugh, Dan. Just kidding. I kind of like Dan's laugh. I kind of do. All right. When the music begins, you may begin nosing only. Glass A. Only nosing glass A.
Whiskey, I know your drums, blended Gaddon and Italian. Your pizza secrets, I'm a believer. So let me serenade you with Justin Bieber. And I was like, Jason, 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 win us some madness. And I was like, Jason, 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 go with some madness.
All right, time is up. Glasses down. Answers in, please. Please get those answers in. Jason was frozen like a friggin' Disney character for like half of that song, just like this. It was
Seems
weird.
like strategy to me.
He's well,
Don't.
I don't know. I have no. That'd be a pretty interesting strategy. What do you think? What do you think, Dusty Dan?
You see it right here.
Answers in. We have a $5 super chat from Perry. This is my bourbon podcast. R.I.P. Matt Madness style. This is to say I'm sorry for bringing dishonor to my family last week. Now for chomping on pretzels directly into the mic. Someone said that it wasn't my chair squeaking, it was you eating, Perry. Is that true? Is that true that you were the noisemaker? You son of a bee. Jeff Mahar, good luck all. Finally got a bottle of ECBP A123, hashtag amazing. It is so good. Good grief. I'm not alone there, right?
No, you're not alone. That's delicious.
Yeah, very good.
Jeez. I'm glad that someone... all right, Jason.
What?
Wow, we need a smile out of your ass. You said the whole year you've been saying, I'm not going to take it serious. I'm going to have fun. And you're over there sitting there without a emotion on your face, unless you're frozen again. I can't tell. There it is. There's a smile.
I'm just keeping it real for my buddies.
You did get a smile out of him in the intro.
Oh, good.
I have no words for that.
It's Jason. Jeez. I am so happy that we're getting this thing started. I'm so happy that you guys agreed to do this again this year. After last year, I didn't think Jason was going to do it again. He stormed off, and I was like, oh boy, I think I just lost a friend. But he came around, and we were talking again.
Oh man, yeah, I was pissed. I was pissed last year, but that's why I was like, I just gotta, relax and take it easy.
Yeah. Just loosen up a little. Unbutton a button, like Dan.
I lose to Kelsey and Darrell all the time,
That's fine. Wow. My throat is like not accepting whiskey very good right now. It hurts.
Dude.
Oh, it hurts to swallow. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
It is, but oh my gosh. We had a super chat from Kevin Hodgins, sipping on my new hardcore. Cheers. Hells yeah. I freaking love that stuff. Lucas, late to the throwdown. Did Jason win yet? No, not yet. And unless I start hearing some giggling, then he's not going to win. There's no way. Oh, Paisley's in the house. A little late. Glad to see Matt in all his glory. I'm in my happy place. There's one other place that I'm in that I'm happier to be, but we don't get there very often. Joe sells Boston. Giselle's. Jason, you got some lucky Nikes on tonight? LFG.
No, I don't have my Nikes on tonight. I'm just wearing these. Just
Jason, you broadcasting from the International Space Station?
Let me refresh my internet. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Be right back.
Jeez. Tom Hanks had better internet before he friggin' burnt up in the atmosphere in that movie. Mike S with $20 super chat. Friggin' Mike S. Mike's, if there's more than one of you, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. Oh boy, let's hope Jason gets back here safely. He might just be gone. He's like, screw this. This is dumb. Heather Keller was super stoked to get my new Lou hardcore yesterday, but so bummed no holographic sticker. Oh, that is a bummer. There's only 10 of them. So Kevin Mathis says Kentucky Wi-Fi sucks.
Matt, what was the yield on that bottle?
Oh, like it was huge, like 220 bottles.
Damn, man. Yeah.
Man, that's so good.
So
I like that one a lot, man.
I didn't ask. Oh, he's in the back. I'm such a dum-dum. I'm sorry, dude. Like, I'm like, when's he gonna come back? Oh, he's been back. He just yeah.
Hey, it's so much better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. My internet just been like wavering a lot lately, so I don't know if it's
at least you don't use it for work or anything. You know what I mean? All right, let's get into the nosing a glass B. When the timer begins, nosing only name the primary grain in the mash bill of sample B for 3 points. The primary grain. Any questions about the primary grain? Okie dokie. Let's Do it. When the music begins, you may begin nosing glass B.
What does Jeff do when he pours a whiskey? Does he worry that he'll be alone? Lend me your ear and I'll tell you about this guy Jeff, who we all want to bone. Oh, I say hello again, whiskey friends. I say hello again, whiskey friends. Oh, I say hello again, whiskey friends. Do I need friendship, Jeffrey? I need this Jeffrey to bone. Do I need friendship, Jeffrey?
Glasses down. Glasses down and answers in, everybody. That was just a banger of a song. I love that music. It's so good every time. Every time.
It really is. It's very creative. I'll say that.
It was. I've actually been trying to think of a shirt, and I've been thinking about basing it on that song too. So he's right on the same page with me.
He just gave you some ideas, Jeff.
Yeah, right.
I was so late to the party that I didn't pour what you guys are drinking. America.
Lift it up a little bit.
America.
Let's go.
That screw top came off real hard.
It's not my Darn it.
All right. Checking private chat, nothing in there. Everything must be good on the scoring side of things. Or I could just bring in Shayla and say, is everything good on the scoring side of things?
Groovy Tuesday. Everything's great.
Friggin' Friday.
Friggin' Friday.
Her calendar needs updated. It's fine.
Matt, real quick on your pick that you did, the hardcore, the apple. Was that the first time you've ever? I don't think I've ever come across a toasted apple brandy finish. Was that your first time tasting some of those?
Yeah. Yep. That was my first time tasting it. They only have they had 4 barrels that they were releasing this year of that. Yeah. Only 4 barrels. So
okay.
Yeah, that when I tasted it, I was like, oh yeah. It's with the apple brandy one I did last year, this is kind of what it's just such an upgrade from that. It's just like much more deeper, oakier flavors, much more well balanced. It doesn't taste like Dickel, but I can't be the judge of that. There's only one. And Shane, where are you at? I hope you got one. I gotta send him one. I need to ask. Anywho, they must. So with that big of a yield, I'd have to ask, but I would imagine that it's not a true single barrel. They must dump things into a toasted barrel, fill it all the way, and then transfer that into an apple brandy barrel. Because it's, at 6 years old, you're not gonna have that big of a yield at barrel strength. There's no way if it's just a single barrel.
Yeah.
But the end product was phenomenal.
Yeah, most of the Nulus you usually see are like usually 120 proofish, and there's like over 200 bottles. I'm like, that can't be a true single barrel. So
right.
Yeah.
I'd have to ask though what he has to say about that, but I would, that's just what I would imagine.
Yeah, as long as it's good, who cares?
Right. Sitting on Hardin's Creek until I reach my weight goal. You are an inspiration. Oh, dude, you can drink Hardin's Creek and still lose weight. Just skip the friggin' the Whopper or whatever, But,
I actually found one of those today. That's either my celebration pour or my consolation prize. So we'll find out.
Nice, man. I don't see that around here, unfortunately.
That is such a good pour.
Sample C coming up on the nose. Sample C coming up. Right. I would like to know if you can name this Kentucky distillery. Sample C. When the music begins, you may begin nosing Sample C. If you're ready, then so am I. Let me make sure I got. Okay, here we go.
Listen up, everybody, if you want to know the score. Everyone in Matt Madness is done for. Don't worry about Grease or Cam, they're dumb. Cause Jason's gonna win from the mash and drum. 'cause he's got a mash and drum. Mash and drum. Mash and drum. He's Italian. Oh, mash and drum.
Time is up. One of these days I'll figure out this screen so I don't screw it up all the time. 762 people in chat watching. You guys all score perfect scores so far. But I haven't even checked the scoreboard, so don't take that seriously. I have no idea how poorly you're doing. Big Vic's Backyard BS, $5 super chat. Looking good, Boogie Nights, Matt. Rocking that shirt. Good luck, Dusty, Jeffrey, and Jason with a Y. Hells yeah. The nosing round is always, I always feel out the competitors in the nosing round, and you didn't even know that I touched you there. So impressive work on my end, but you guys are just being so quiet. It's eerily quiet.
Sorry, man.
I'm following Jason's lead, man. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm just trying to look good on the screen. That's all.
I'll just sit here.
You see it right here. There they are.
Oh shit!
How did you? That's Dusty. Why would you write that on paper?
Oh my god!
Jason has a tiny wiener.
Oh, man.
I mean,
Now, Dan, we just have to wonder how many of these he did.
Oh god!
Can I be honest? That's why I was so late to get here.
You just kept making them.
No, because I was doing clips and time got away from me. And I wanted to do way more of those, but I only have 2, unfortunately. But those are going to continue throughout the entire Mad Madness of that's good. I was like, I wonder if I can edit that to make it look 100% real. And that's as close as I got.
Not too bad.
Pretty convincing though, right?
Yeah.
It looks just like he wrote that. Huh. Cool, huh?
Handwriting and everything. That's pretty
I'm
impressive.
such an idiot, but I can't help it. Nosing only, I would like to know on sample D, was this whiskey distilled in Indiana, Kentucky, Texas, or Japan? Huh. All right.
It's distilled in my big wiener.
No, thank you.
All right. When the music begins, you may begin nosing glass D.
Dan sits down in front of a lens, his deep V ready to go. No one here can resist his heat, his arms are a gun show. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? 'Cause Dan won't get one wrong. His nickname in college was Tripod because he has a big old Matt Madness song. Dusty Dan loves the dust. Dusty Dan loves the dust. And who would think he liked dust for a drink? Dusty Dan loves the dust. Hey, no Swiffers here, 'cause Dan, he loves the dust.
Class is down. Class is down, everybody. Oh, we are through the first nosing round of the evening, and that was pretty unhardcore. We'll get there eventually. David Elf, I super chat. This round needs some grease to lift the energy. I've seen more boisterous canasta games at the retirement home. What in the heck is
I don't know.
canasta?
I don't know what that game is.
No clue.
Oh my god.
Alrighty, man, you guys are just.
So how you guys feeling on the noses?
You see, that's what I was going to ask, but I didn't expect anyone to answer. So thank you, Jason, for busting that out because I didn't know if anyone was ever going to talk.
50.
Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good
with it.
Oh, that's weird because it sounded like it ended in a question mark. Your voice went up at the end.
Yeah, his voice went up a few octaves.
I'm just confused why Matt sent us so much scotch. I mean, geez.
Yeah.
It's really confusing.
Hey, man, yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't even pay attention. Scotch wasn't even the choice, dumbass.
That's the delayed mattification part. All these things are
Is
wrong.
that what it is? That's
He's
just
just
delayed
messing with it, yeah.
notification.
We've got round 2 of the nosing round, and we got to do it all over again. And everything he gave us was false.
Now do it
So you put some thought into it, or what? Would you be upset if it made you smell them again?
I'm gonna have a broken heart either way.
Let's get to the tasting round. Let's get some taste. Let's get some whiskey on our palates.
Matt, you said you would let us know when the hardcore round starts, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, all right.
So not yet, Dan.
Yeah.
Back up.
He's delaying. He's delaying. He's delaying.
He's delaying.
Randy Savage coming out.
Van Delay Industries.
See, it's delayed mattification, and it's working. It's working so hard right now.
It is
I
working.
like it. I like it a lot. Tasting. First question in the tasting round. Was sample A produced by Jim Beam, Heaven Hill, Wild Turkey, or Crown Royal?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if you did that again, man.
Oh, did I send you a Crown Royal last year?
Oh, last year you did, yeah.
Oh, did I really?
Oh man! Now you're in Dan's head. When do you eat that shit?
Suck on that. All right. When the music begins, you may begin tasting glass A. When the music stops, you must stop tasting glass A. Like I said before, save some glass A for the final round as well. Unless, of course, you're really bold and you don't care. But you can do that too. All right. When the music begins, you may begin tasting glass A.
I never thought myself a cynic, not even when Fred Minnick grew bored with my refrain. There's a shape, I am thinking a decanter, well worth drinking if I only had a train. Every night when I am dreaming, I imagine it a-steaming on railways across the plain. If I seem really motive, it's 'cause I like locomotives if I only had a train.
All righty. Glasses down, everybody. Glasses down and answers in. That is one of my favorite Matt Madness songs of all time. One of my favorite ever. It's a classic and will live on in Matt Madness infamy, whatever.
Infamy mini.
Infancy. No clue. But that was the first tasting question, and I feel like things have been too easy so far. I don't like that. Sitting here in my snowflake shirt, getting all cold.
He's looked at the answers, and we're all right all the time, guys. We're doing.
I haven't looked at the answers. I have 100%. I trust Jailabot. So,
Jailabot.
I regret that. I should have left it down. Whatever. That's what she said. Let's go ahead and get into what some people would consider to be hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
This hardcore round is delayed mattification. I was going to call it delayed aggravation. Same thing. You have 3 glasses in front of you. Sample B, C, and D you have not tasted yet. I am going to give you an extended timer here. It is roughly 90 seconds or so. You need to taste glasses B and C. If you'd like to take some notes, go ahead and do that, because you won't know the questions for these glasses until you are done tasting.
Christ.
Okay.
I like this.
You will earn double points for these guesses. So if you were to originally earn 3 points for a correct answer, you will earn 6. But I need you during this timer to taste glasses B and C and just extract every tiny bit of information you can, because as soon as the song is over, I'm going to ask you what I need to know about each glass. And then you will answer immediately without tasting it again. So glasses B and C, you're drinking both of them. You have 90 seconds. If you'd like to take notes, you can. If you have a photographic memory, you can use that. If you have been using that already, I don't know. I don't know that you have been. So good job on that. You tricked me. So any means of, figuring out, the correct way, without just figure it out, damn it. That's what I wanted to know.
I like it. All right.
So you won't know the question until after the song is over.
All right.
So glasses B and C, when the music begins, you may begin tasting both glasses. Here we go.
I met a guy so humble and great. He puts whiskey in your glen and cares about your prostate. Let me tell a little story full of eye contact. This is about the first time that I met Jeffrey Wack. The way that I met him, if you're not aware, was down in Bourbon Country at a Timber Whiskey Share. We both traveled to the state of Kentucky. Let me tell you all something, Jeff can get a little huggy. Jeff whispered in my ear, I can tell what you're thinking. You and I should try every whiskey here. Keep drinking. I gave him a nod, Jeff said blah, blah, blah. He was drinking Eagle Rare 17 through a straw. I had a nice time and thought Jeff was special. Decided it was time to take it to the next level. I reached in my jeans and pulled something from my pocket. It was a BFF Forever Friendship Locket. Jeff held out his hand saying, I ain't trying to knock it, but I got lots of whiskey friends. And he pulled hands full of lockets from his pockets. Come on, I ain't even going for it. This is what I'm gonna sing. Jeff, just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again.
Time is up. Glasses down. Glasses down, everybody. We have 2 questions. For sample B, I want to know the proof of sample B. And for sample C, please tell me the secondary grain on the mash bill of sample C. So, the proof of B and the secondary grain of C. Any questions about that?
No.
Okay, so go ahead and send those answers directly into our answer sheet.
These songs, I got to say, this year are pretty brilliant.
They're amazing. They are.
Dude, yeah.
They're friggin' great.
That's friggin' awesome, man.
I shouldn't unbutton my shirts ever because they can't rebutton. I'm too dumb to rebutton. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're back. I'm going to bring in our scorekeeper, Shayla. Shayla,
Yo.
for these hardcore questions, you know that these are double points, correct?
Yep, I got it.
Hells yeah. Way to go, Shayla Bot. All right. 4. Did you guys give your answers in already?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. How do you feel that those hardcore questions were? Was that difficult doing them both, not knowing what you were doing? Or did you just was it easier because you weren't stressed about one thing? You were just kind of like.
No, I think the one weird thing is when you go from B to C kind of quickly, it just, that can affect, it's kind of going back and forth quickly. That's the only hard part is discerning both of those, quickly.
Especially for me, I feel like the proof was okay, but like the secondary grain from B to C was kind of
that was a tough one.
Yeah,
it wasn't meant to be easy, but then again,
faux show.
Yeah,
I think
Fuck that.
I think it makes it a little easier, though, Matt. I think it makes it a little easier for some reason.
Oh, you think it was easier, huh?
I'm not I get to kind of take everything in, and then I get to base my answer based on the question that you ask, which is kind of a different. Like I can kind of change my thought process based on how you position the question. I don't know. It's interesting.
I guess.
But I like being able to jot down all the information in like 45 seconds versus 30 seconds go, right? Like I had more time to breathe too, and I took a whole bunch of notes.
You took a bunch of notes?
Yeah. Bunch of notes.
Was it like Dusty Dan's notes he took on Jason's wiener?
I mean, you can't read my handwriting, but
That's just a joke.
Makes sense to me.
I had a $10 super chat from Todd Ritter. I have 2 kids and can't pick a favorite, so tonight we have 3 of my whiskey friends. Who to choose?
Hey,
Cheers, guys. Cheers, Maddie. Cheers, Todd. Friggin' Ritter.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
Yes.
Ritter.
Love that Todd.
Yep.
Blendageddon 4 champion.
Hot Toddy. That's what we like to call him around here.
Don't remind me of that.
Hot Toddy. All right, let's get to sample D. Sample D, extra easy question. All I want to know on sample D is the age of sample D. So when the music begins, I would like the age of sample D. Pretty super solid standard question. I'd like to know it in, I don't know. There's no like, years are years, aren't they? There's no metric system for years.
Let's go down on this, Matt. Let's go age and proof.
No, Dan, he did not ask a proof question.
What is
Be
Dan
quiet.
just?
All right.
Dan, this isn't your game show, dude. What are you doing?
I know.
He's trying to set me up.
You're
for
not
ruin.
wearing the snowflake shirt, buddy.
I know.
We finally
I'm
start
only
talking, and
snowflake
Matt's
here.
like, "Why are you talking?"
Will Henderson's in the house says, cheers, guys.
Hey, Will.
Cheers, Will. Friggin' MVP, Will. When the music begins, I'd like to know the age of sample D. How did Grease get this StreamYard link? How did you get this? How did you get this?
The only proof around here is this is proof that they don't even know what they're talking about. Did you just hear Jeffrey Wax say something along the lines of I'm analyzing the order of your daggum questions? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Well, how about this?
If $20 made you happy, you could have spent it on blowing hookers.
Is that dumber?
Yeah, because I've dabbled in the $20 ones, and let me go ahead and tell you something, guys.
I was going to say, I don't want to know what the $20 hooker looks like.
Jason, you said it, brother. It's not great down there. Well, they're known as lot lizards, but we don't talk about those.
Cliffy, I emailed it to you, and I sent it in Instagram chat. You got 2 forms of StreamYard link. Damn it.
Man, Cliff's coming on here.
Yeah, this is the first half of a doubleheader.
Jeff, how do you feel about it, buddy? Dusty Dan, I don't care about you, Whack. Dusty Dan, how do you feel about it?
I feel pretty good about it, man. Feel pretty good, Grease, so far.
I'll be honest with you. The other day I did a blind, and I could not pick out. They were all ryes, and I only picked one of them to be a rye. That's pretty bad. That's like the worst that you can do. And I totally.
I mean, the last blind that I just did outside here, I didn't do too well. So we'll see.
You feeling good tonight, though?
Feel okay. Okay.
All right. Jason, how's that B-roll coming, buddy? The best B-roll in the business.
Doing good. Always filming B-roll, man. Always filming B-roll.
It looks great. All right. Well, I'll get up out of y'all's hair. Matt's the one that hit enter for me to come in here.
I just looked down and you were there. And I'm like, I didn't send him that link. Did I send you the link?
No, Shayla did. She's inspiring.
I just he's like, and you're fired.
Shayla Bot's malfunctioning.
I just miss his face. I'm gonna see your face in person in like 5 days.
Oh, and like so quick. I'm excited about it.
Shayla Bot's got a virus. She's just sending us shit off to the Grease. That's malware right there. If you're emailing the Grease, that's like.
Whiskey Central has become self-aware.
All right.
Can't stop this virus, baby. That's what I'm talking about. McAfee, you're weird as hell. Nobody can stop anything coming from you.
It just took one click. One click, and that was it. And I'm not even. I don't know anything about computers.
I feel like he wanted you to shut that window. Yeah.
I feel like so. I feel like that's probably the case. All right. When the music begins, you may begin tasting glass D. I want to know the age of glass D. When the music begins, you may begin tasting glass D. Let's do it.
Ski, I know your drums, Blendageddon and Italian. Your pizza secrets, I'm a believer. So let me serenade you with Justin Bieber. And I was like, Jason, 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 Jason. Jason, 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 Jason. Win us some madness. That was like Jason, 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 Jason. Go win us some madness.
Time is up. Glasses down. Get those answers in, everybody, for Class D. Now, let's do a little super chat up here from Jared Lesher. Gotta love a grease flyby. Yeah, some people more than others. I always enjoy it. I always enjoy a good grease flyby. But, you know, it also is kind of like a mood thing. You know, it's like, what are we? It's kind of like, now I know what my wife says when she's like, you know, just not in the mood. It's like, that's what a grease flyby is like. You know, not tonight. Yeah, I gotta have a headache or back is sore, didn't sleep well, got a tummy ache. You know, any brushing my hair sort of thing. All right. Well, the first initial tasting round is over. We still have a 3-minute timer with some final questions remaining.
Awesome.
I am clicking on all the shit that I shouldn't be clicking on, like Grease's picture, which was weird. If you think you're winning, raise your hand, and I'm going to tell you if I think you're right.
Yeah, sure. I'm winning.
All right. Well, Dusty Dan is definitely right there in the positivity house. We like that. We like that. Okay. I just like to see who's confident and who's not. That's all. Mr. Jiggs, dang, should I grab Dusty Dan's Sagamore pick, Whack Attack, or M&J latest Hughes pick? Answer hardcore friggin' apples, baby. Let's friggin' go. Hashtag hardcore. I'm kind of liking these hardcore rules. I'm kind of liking the hardcore. It's just, it makes it more fun. It's interesting. A little bit of a twist. Got to keep things fresh.
Double up the points. Hardcore.
Hardcore. Nick the Greek, a shout out to Kira back up in the last song.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if that was Kira or David just going pure, you know, if David was like, yeah, like way up. Can't tell. Sometimes David just sounds like an angel and you just never know when it's him or Kira. So let's do this final tasting round. It's a 3-minute timer.
Okay.
And we're not even going to get hardcore. It's just kind of hardcore the way it is, which is pretty interesting. Let's do this. Final round, 3-minute timer. Now, these are all different things I want to know. Sample A, I want you to guess the proof.
Okay.
Sample B is a bottle guess.
Okay.
This year, in the final round, a bottle guess is worth 6 points. You'll get 5 points max, just like the other previous proof guesses for a correct guess. So same scoring for proof. Sample C, also a bottle guess for possible 6 points. And sample D, guess the distillery. Who distilled this whiskey? If you get confused or forget, it's also scrolling on the bottom of the screen, or you can just ask and I can hear you. And I will ignore you the first 2 times, like you're my children. The third time, I'll say, I heard you the first 2 times. So shut up. Then I'll apologize and buy you ice cream later.
Oh, yes.
John White, I heard Jason has a big round. Gabagoo. A big round gabagoo. Oh. That's not what Dusty Dan says.
No. Dusty Dan is contrary, unfortunately.
He never said anything about the around part.
No.
Right.
You're right. When the music begins.
It's only 3 inches around.
Yeah.
Okay, now Jason's giggling. All right. Now I'm happy.
Shit.
All right. 880 people in chat. Thank you all for being here. This is super cool. Of course, Matt Madness is always brought to us by our good friends over at Alec Bradley Cigars. Alec Bradley, thank you for sponsoring Matt Madness, the best cigars on the planet, and Aged in Ore, the official glassware of Matt Madness. If you want to shop some Aged in Ore products, go over to their website, fill up your cart. You won't be disappointed with anything. I literally spiked one of their sample bottles on my concrete floor last week. Wow. How time goes by slow when you're doing things you enjoy.
Wow, that's a quick time.
And it still seals perfectly. A little plastic busted off, but other than that, perfectly fine. No big deal. Solid, good stuff. When the music begins, I would like you to answer those questions. Yeah, all these samples in front of you. Let's do it. Let's do the final round of this first half of the. What was that, Dan, interrupting me?
I'm sorry. I said good luck, fellas.
Nobody cares.
I know.
Dan.
Hey, Matt, can I ask one question before we get started?
No.
Yes.
On the bottle guesses, like how specific do we have to be? Like if it's age dated, put the years, or I mean, we've already.
I mean, if it has an age on it, be specific as you can be, because I'm gonna literally this week. I'm not like here to. I'm not gonna help you out. All right. Okay.
Sometimes you take a pause and you're like, "Can you be more specific?" So
I did that once, and I learned my lesson. I really learned my lesson hard. So, you can usually tell if someone's like beating around the bush. Actually, you know what? I did it one other time. Jason guessed New Riff Single Barrel. That's right. And that was like, I need you to be more specific. And then he eventually said bourbon, and it was a rye.
Yeah. And then I drank it again. I'm like, fuck, it's a rye.
Yeah. So I'm going to stop doing that. But anyway, Jeffrey, just be as specific as you can. And I picked bottles that aren't like, if you're guessing a bottle, it's something that it's not going to be like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it easier on myself kind of thing.
Well, one of these was Pappy, so I'm just trying to be specific on how specific on the year I have to be on the Pappy.
One of these was Pappy.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like, can I just get by on saying Pappy, or do I have to say Pappy 15, Pappy 20?
Let's do this. 3 minutes. Let's go.
They get on every evening with the camera, they're competing. Grab a Glen and pour in their whiskey. There's a Shayla in the back, keeping score for Jeffrey Whack. And Dusty Dan looks handsome and pretty. And if you really love trains so much that Fred complains, and Mr. Minute gets to seem witty, just don't ever get annoyed. Matt is playing with you boys, and we expect all three to get shitty. Because they're losing at Matt Madness every day. Losing at Matt Madness every way they are. Losing at Matt Madness. No in between. Losing at Matt Madness. Matthew be the speed. Now, for those of you struggling in between cups right now, I just want to throw out a reminder. In one of the preliminary rounds, Matthew sent all the contestants 4 samples of the same bottle of Knob Creek. I'm not saying he did that here, but he did that here. If this was ADHD fishing somewhere up in northern Michigan, then you wouldn't be challenged by this fellow. But that's all in Matt's past, and now he excels at hand-delivering samples to fellows. People see you having drinks, and everybody thinks, I wish I was sipping on screen. But what they don't know is that this is Matt's show. It's a rock and a hard place short between. Cause you're losing at Matt Madness.
Minute 20 left.
Losing at Matt Madness. Losing at Matt Madness. Losing at Matt Madness. Alright, everybody at home, grab the closest dance partner you can find. I'm gonna start giving out hints as to what's in these cups. But I'm gonna do it in the form of dances. How about the Weller Waltz? The Sagamore Shuffle? The Booker's Foxtrot? How about the Elijah Craig Electric Slide? The Cooper's Craft Cupid Shuffle? How about a Larceny Line Dance? 1790 two-step? Losing at Matt Madness. 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 Losing at Matt Madness.
All right, glasses down. Time is up. And that is that. You can take a deep breath and actually enjoy yourselves now. Caitlin coming in, Dr. KG, mom to be. You're pregnant. Congratulations. Friggin' mom to be. Congrats. Cheers, Matt. Loving Hardcore Matt Madness. Good luck, guys. Thank you so much. That is super nice of you. Congratulations on the upcoming baby. Friggin' babies. Gotta love them. You got to. Unless, of course, you don't. In which case, I get it. I get that too. But we're sitting here and we have a game on our hands. And we actually finished rather good time for the double header. We did this in an hour, except for the results part. So I'll go ahead and the delayed mattification, I'll tell you who won next week. That's a joke. Thank you, Jason, for giggling. That made me happy that Jason at least giggled. That made me laugh because Jason giggled. Oh, you guys are still getting in your answers. I see what's happening here. Sean Paisley. Good round, boys. He doesn't even know. He doesn't have any idea. But DC, high five. Friggin' DC. Bang, right in your dang DC. Friggin' love DC. Oh, whiskeychannel.com is in the house. Whiskey Mountains is here. Saucy Shane, what's going on? Chris SBWE, how are you doing? Whiskey Mountains. Adriana, up in this friggin' hizzy. What's happening? Joe Graves. Ryan in Delaware. Hi, we're in Delaware. Isn't that from Wayne's World?
Wayne's World. Party
Delaware.
time. Excellent.
I think that's a Delaware. Yeah. Okie dokie.
Matt, am I free to drink anything I want right now?
You can drink your samples. You can drink whatever. You can drink anything as long as it's out of an aged and ornate glass because they're the official glassware of Matt Madness. And if you don't own an aged and ornate glass, what in the heck is wrong with you? Look at these things. They're beautiful. They're beautiful glasses. Super heavy duty. Awesome. I freaking love these things.
Those are beautiful.
Look at this product.
Mine's empty though. Mine was empty though.
Not aged.
Ooh, that's a nice. Oh, that's beautiful.
No, wait. Bonus points. Come on. Bonus points. Agent or glass and a hardcore. Come on.
Well, yeah, you will get your score multiplied by 1.
And Shayla, he
How about
gave me
that?
+2 on Wednesday. I have it written down. I can give you visual proof. He gave me +2 on Wednesday.
The Grease. What kind of swerves you got, man? What kind of swerves you talking about, Grease?
Swerve.
Mike Stahl in the house with the palette these three have. I'm pretty sure one of them will win. Mike Stahl. I love it. That's good. All right. Let's see if the scores are in. Basically pretty close. They are pretty close to being in. Yes. Let's go ahead and start going through these answers. But before I do that, I just want to take a good look into your eyes and see who's confident. Come on, look into your lenses. A lot of fake confidence there. A lot of fake confidence. It's fine. It's fine. Let's do this. Sample A, I asked you to guess the age based off of the nose. Dan guessed 6 years. Jeff guessed 8 years. Jason guessed 12 years. Correct answer was 14 years.
Ooh.
Sample B, I asked you to guess the primary grain. Dan answered corn. Jeff answered rye. Jason answered wheat. The primary grain was corn. I then asked you to guess this Kentucky distillery off of the nose of sample C. Dan guessed Wild Turkey. Jeff answered Old Forester. Jason answered Buffalo Trace. Those were incorrect, all of them.
Damn.
Yep.
The third, on sample D, I asked you, where was this distilled? Dan answered Kentucky. Jeff answered Texas. Was that on the list? Was that even on the list? Might have been. Who knows? And then Jason answered Indiana. The correct answer was Indiana. Congratulations, Jason, for guessing that correctly. Way to go. Alrighty. Moving on to the palate, the tasting round. Sample A, I asked you to guess this Kentucky distillery. Dan answered Jim Beam. Jeff answered Wild Turkey. Jason answered Jim Beam. Correct answer was Jim Beam. Then we got into the hardcore rounds. The hardcore round. I didn't ask you the questions until after you tasted both samples B and C. Are you still with me, guys?
Mm-hmm.
With you.
Okay, good. Because I'm only looking at the score sheet. I'm not not looking at your pretty faces. Dan, for the proof of sample B, by the way, these points were doubled, 95. Jeff guessed 103. Jason answered 116. The correct proof of sample B was 86. She was a low one. She's a low proof gal.
What?
Yeah. Dang. Moving to sample C, secondary grain. Dan answered rye. Jeff answered rye. And for double points, Jason answered wheat and was correct. Moving on to the age of sample D, I asked you to guess the age on the palate. Dan answered 8. Jeff answered 5. Jason answered 7. Correct guess was 8 years old. So Dan nailed it right on the dot. Jason was a year off. The final tasting round, the final round. I asked for the proof of sample A. Dan answered 100. Jeff answered 101. And Jason answered 100. The correct guess was 100. Super cool. You guys are very smart. You got that proof very well. Moving on to the guess this bottle, sample B. Dan answered Jim Beam single barrel. Jeff answered Found North Rye. Jason answered Bernheim barrel proof. Incorrect. What you were drinking in sample B, and actually, I can tell you what you're drinking in sample A as well. I kind of skipped over that. My bad. Sample A was Now Creek 2001 limited edition.
Wow. Old school, baby.
Interesting.
Hells yeah. I love that stuff. It's so good.
Yeah.
Sample B. This is a sealed one. I have one that's opened and I put it in different, but this is an Old Forester 86 proof. It's like a 2015. 2015 Old Forester.
86 proof. What the hell?
From like 2015.
Wow.
Yeah.
That did not come off that low. Okay.
No.
Did you guys like that though? Do you like that pour? Just curious.
I did, but yeah, it came off. Yeah, I got like a dusty like funk on it, and I thought that's why I went wheat. I thought it was a much higher proof than 86. That's crazy.
Yeah. I found a store around here that has those things for like $20, and I'm like, oh, those are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Sample C, I said, name this bottle. Dan answered Rare Breed. Jeff answered Old Forester 1897. Jason answered Maker's Mark Cask Strength. What you were drinking in sample C is
Maker's Mark Cask Strength.
Maker's Mark Cask Strength. Jason nailed the bottle in front of 965 people. That's a headshot. That's a friggin' headshot right there. That's good. That's a good guess right there. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Jesus Christmas.
That's a good job, Jason.
I think you won around, Jason.
Then moving to the sample D, I said name this distillery. Dan guessed Woodford. Jeff guessed MGP. Jason guessed MGP. And what you were drinking was Justin's House of Backbone Bourbon Pick.
Oh, there you go.
Right there.
Frick.
I was like Nashville Bourbon Company, Backbone. I was ready to go.
So
I was like, it's right here.
So it was MGP.
Yeah, MGP.
So running up the list, third place tonight, the bronze medalist, Jeff, with 10 points. Silver medalist, Dusty Dan, with 19 points. And Jason putting on a clinic this evening with 35 points. And congratulations, Jason. That's incredible.
Thanks.
I was going to play this last year, but Jason lost and I couldn't play it. And since Jeffrey was talking a little bit of smack, I feel like I can play it this year.
Yes! Oh my God! Last place. Last fucking place.
Jeez, rude. That's rude. Oh, my word. Congratulations, Jason. You're moving on to the next round of Matt Madness. You freaking killed it. That was incredible.
Yeah, dude,
Great job.
Yeah, this is what I got to do, man. I'm ready for it.
You took advantage of a hardcore guess, which went a score from 3 to 6, so you doubled a score.
Yeah, I like the hardcore.
You headshotted a bottle. Yeah, you added points where they counted and where they needed to be, and you did really, really well. That's super cool. Great job, Dusty Dan.
Yeah,
you
man.
didn't unbutton enough buttons to unleash your superpowers. Unfortunately, you forgot to do that.
I did.
Yeah, we talked about unbuttoning one round.
He didn't do it. Jeff, dude, thank you for participating. You won your first round. Came up a little short tonight, but the smile on your face will never disappear. It'll just go from ear to ear for the rest of eternity, and I freaking love it.
Yeah,
I love it
still
so
feeling
much.
Good. Hopefully, have a chance next year. We'll see.
Lucas says LFG Jason with an exclamation point. So he meant it. He meant it so hard, and he meant it
so hard with his extra exclamation points.
Jason, anything you'd like to say tonight before we move on to the second round of this doubleheader? Congratulations. The podium is yours. Let the people know just how badass you are.
Well, I do want to thank, Jeff and Dusty for, trying. I appreciate it. Also want to, thank Matt for having me back. Yeah, I was second guessing it, but I was like, no, having a new strategy this year. Just go in and relax and be cool about it. This is my first time getting to the next round. So, yeah, I just wanted to get to the next round, and now it's all in your hands, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you killed it. Is that an NBA Jam game behind you, by the way?
Yep.
Oh, sweet. Well, before we leave, I'd just like to say Jason's heating up. He's on fire.
He's on fire.
Man, oh man. Guys, thank you so much for
Jason
playing.
versus Dutch in the next round. Ooh, I like to see that.
Jason put on a clinic tonight, so I think Dutch is probably nervous.
I don't think he's nervous.
He doesn't even watch this. He's doing California shit, but that's cool. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for participating and playing. We'll be in touch. Freaking killed it. Moving on to the second round of this doubleheader. Guys, don't go anywhere. If you're in chat, we have another round of Matt Madness to go. Sorry I rushed you guys. I'm not going to do too many of these doubleheaders this year, but a couple of them have to be put into place so that it doesn't last until friggin' July. So thank you, guys. We'll talk soon, okay?
Ciao,
Thanks,
guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Keep it going.
Friggin' Jason killed it. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being in chat still. We're about to bring in the competitors for the next round of this doubleheader. Get Strunk with a $10 super chat. My money's on my man, Jason, and your money was good. Thank you for the super chat. Judd Tucker, $10 super chat. Thank you. Friggin' killed it. Big Vic's Backyard BS. Can't wait to get invited next year and whip some butt. Big Vic just throwing in his Big Vic energy. Big Vic energy with that man. Yeah, I'm sorry for rushing. It seems like, but it's like I got, doubleheaders are hard, especially on people like, David from the Shelf Shirts who has to make double the music. But like I said, unless we want to go to July, a couple doubleheaders had to be put into place. Lucas Oppenheimer was super happy about Jason. Shauna Marie D, congratulations, Mash and Drum. He did really, really well. That was incredible. But like I said, we have a second round coming up tonight, and I couldn't be happier because these three are three more of my favorite people. Medium Ugly. It's a great name. Jason definitely wore the right shoes tonight. Congrats, brother. He must have worn the right shoes. He must have done it. All right, let's bring in the competitors. Oh, by the way, Shayla, caught you mid-yawn. Oh,
sorry.
Thank you for scoring. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Appreciate the heck out of you.
Just really quick, he got 35 out of 53 points, which I think is super baller. That's really good.
Is that?
I think it is. That's pretty good.
35 out of 56 because 56. And then
it says 53 on potential points, but I have no fucking
yeah, but the two of them were doubled.
Oh, I got you, Roger.
Yes.
Doctor.
So if we take away that, he got 32 out of 53. If we take away the hardcore doubling, which is still amazing, incredible stuff.
He did.
Yeah, he friggin'
happy for him.
He's sacked up or whatever they say. I don't know what is.
I think
Aaron
it's
from-
stack up. Yeah, it's supposed to be nut up, but Josh
Aaron says
stack up.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that, anyway. All right, let's bring in the second and more. We're going to be super chill, unless, of course, these three have somewhere to go. And I know that this man has nowhere to go except for straight to the top because he's basically a friggin' Drake or something. He is like a more beautiful version of Drake. Trav Wilson, dude, how you doing, my man?
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm so ready.
I listen to your voice all the time, but we never get to communicate, like talk. We need to talk on the phone once in a while.
I'm gonna call you like all the time now. You asked.
I'm not a very good conversationalist on the phone, or in general, period. But I still love talking to you, and I love seeing your face.
Your voice soothes me. I miss your hugs.
Oh, the best.
I'm about to cry.
Speaking of tears, this man has cried 1,000 of them when he wore that shirt.
I feel like I'm interrupting something with you two.
You're just on time.
Brian from Abandoned Bourbon, everybody. Brian Bourbon.
Brandon
Brian,
Bobden.
how's it going? How's it going tonight,
I'm
Brian?
great. I'm glad to
Good.
be here.
I like the floral activity on the shirt. Super solid.
That's aggressive.
It's like Tommy Bahama, but like friggin' florally. How many roses are on there? 4? Boom. Just a joke. Just a joke. Never mind. Clifton, everybody. Bourbon Bites. Clifton is here. Clifton's
I have the
competing.
best shirt of them all. Of course, the
Cliffy
Cliffy Bus.
Bus.
Oh, the
Making
Cliffy
it real.
Bus.
There it is.
Hells yeah. The Cliffy Buses. I wonder if we'll hear that song tonight. Probably
Oh,
not.
it's
I
still my
wouldn't.
ringtone for over a year.
Doubt it. Doubt it.
Wow. My entire system of throating and talking is just broken.
He's broken.
David had to
You guys
text me as cold.
excited?
Let me see these packages. Let's see who's unwrapped them. Clifton,
This
you get a
package.
pass.
I was
Clifton
gonna
gets a
say, like, I made sure my spouse loosened the caps, but I have not touched them since. This is not
Okay.
touched by me. They were really
Okay.
hard. Y'all are gonna struggle. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Oh no.
There's a joke on the pass, by the way, but
Oh, okay.
so-
I have empty glasses. Don't worry.
sometimes I can't even, avoid unwrapping a quality package. So,
Truer words have never been spoken.
Trev,
Yeah.
what shirt is that you're wearing? That's a
Oh.
sweet shirt.
Liquid
I
Death.
tried to be hardcore,
Oh, that is pretty hardcore.
so I'm ready.
Nice delts, by the way. Looking friggin' solid. Looking super solid. Brandon.
Trying to look
Brandon.
like you.
Brandon. Wow. See, I'm having an issue, Brian, with
Let's go,
because
Brandon.
Dyslexia.
I just said a Brandon Bird. Wow. My apologies. I know your name. I do know your name, Kyle. So, geez Louise. Super solid delts on you is what I was going to say as well. You got to out-angle them. You got to out-angle Trev. You got to put yours closer to the camera
Right.
so it
There
looks.
you go.
Yeah, that's all you.
Are delts this one?
I don't
Or
know.
is it this one?
Couldn't tell you.
I don't know either. I was just curious.
You're close.
Mm.
Close enough.
You're in the general area, I would imagine. Mr. Jigs, hashtag Team Nerd. Let's go hardcore. Sug it, Team Trev.
Let's go.
I love it. Oh, then a huge super chat. Nick the Greek, $50 super chat. Thank you, Nick the Greek. In the words of the Chinese philosopher, should I read it without reading it? We're going to continue. Confucius. Sug it, Team Trev, but also Cliff. Awesome.
I remember reading that.
Oh, well, I just read it in case you
that
missed
one
it.
I meant like
In case
the
you missed
actual philosophy. It's
Yeah,
that's
in the
real.
book. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
really?
that's the name of it, right?
Suck
Second?
it.
That's the title.
As a wise
Didn't
man
learn
once
that
said,
in
huh?
Christian school.
Everyone's loving Team Trev tonight. You got a bunch of Team Trevs, Cliffy buses. Brian just gonna come in here and upset everybody and just piss everybody off, and he's gonna go suntan. And that friggin', I don't know.
He's in
Get it
Hawaii.
together, Matt. Get it together, Matt. Anyway, thank you, Shayla, for helping me out with that one. the old Hawaii thing.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it. You guys can go ahead and pour samples A through D. Go ahead and pour samples A through D. I'm looking at, let me take a peek at what bottles we're working with here. Interesting stuff. Super interesting stuff. Will Trev have to clear off his Maker's Mark cabinet again this year? Will he have to take every bottle off his shelf? He might.
He did it shirtless last year, right?
He sure as heck did. He sure as heck did.
It was a bad time, okay?
Yeah, fair.
Still almost 900 people in chat while we get ready to kick off this second round of Matt Madness for the evening. Thank you, everybody, for being in chat. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, I'd appreciate it if you did. Friggin' love you. And by the way, Whiskey Central, The Bourbon Wrench, Abandoned Bourbon, and Bourbon Bites are all channels you should be subscribed to. If you like this channel, you love them, go show them some love. Hit the subscribe button. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Nothing makes that dopamine boner spike than waking up in the morning, checking YouTube Studio, and the subscriber count has grown. You're like, hello, everything. People like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Basically, rock hard.
Every channel gets that.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. You don't check your texts from anyone important. You check your YouTube Studio.
Yep.
Never check YouTube comments first thing in the morning either, because you might get a bad one right on top.
No.
That's a good way to ruin a day.
Yeah, go back to bed, fatty. I've seen that one before. And then I realized it was just my kid talking to me. I was like, what? I thought you were... Never mind. Mark Vasco, get your round 2 pours ready, peeps. We're about to get down with the second half of this doubleheader. Good luck all, and hit the like button, peeps. Thank you, Mark Vasco. That's a super solid super chat. And I really agree with everything you just said. Oh, boy, help me out. Isaiah.
Isaiah? And that's not how you spell my name, but I appreciate the try. Cyril Gahn or John Jones?
John Jones.
Probably John Jones because he uses PEDs. But hopefully
He does not.
Oh, okay.
Listen. I mean, okay. Let's... has he used in the past?
Yes.
Oh, apparently. but there are people getting away with things nowadays. And if I were to go ahead and take an image of Cyril Gahn, put it on your screen, and go, oh yeah, he's totally hasn't touched a drug.
Yeah, that's true.
That man doesn't put anything in his body unless it enhances performance, guaranteed.
I just wish that everyone would not do it so that, everything was fair. But it is what it is. He's probably juicing too. It's okay.
Oh, for sure. Master Drum, speaking
of... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead, Trev. I'm sorry. Go ahead and you said, should you open them?
No. No. I was going to be talking about enhancement drugs.
Oh.
I've poured them.
Solid, super solid move, like I asked.
I was going to say they should open a league where everyone has to take enhancement drugs. And let's see what happens.
Right.
I wouldn't mind that. As long as
Let's see
everyone's
how fast
allowed
we can
to.
push that mile time, baby.
Yes. As long as everyone's allowed to or not allowed to, I'm good.
Back in the Pride days, at Pride Fighting Championships, they explicitly said in their contracts, we will not test for drugs or for performance enhancing drugs.
All of the juice.
Yeah. We will not be testing you for this specific thing. So Mash and Drum, speaking of performance enhancing drugs and whatever the heck he's on, good luck, folks. Thanks for being my favorite snowflake, Maddie. Oh, thank you for being my blatant some sort of drug abuser who just gets all the answers right incredibly well. Jason just killed it tonight. I don't even know how you guys can come
there's no way.
Follow
no way
that.
close to that.
Jeff Mahar says good luck all and go Team Cliffy. Hells yeah.
Thank you.
Defending John Jones like a crazy... No, I'm not listen, the dude's done some stupid shit. But his drug use, we're talking about a time where people were doing it. But for example, Daniel Cormier, one of his levels came back extremely weird before the John Jones fight one time. Very weird. His epitestosterone to testosterone ratio was like way out of whack. And what they do is they keep track of the way people's blood levels look over a course of time now. So it's like they can see when things are out of whack, and his were definitely out of whack. And Daniel Cormier looks like he's not on anything except for nothing.
Donuts.
But weirdly, he has some extremely good cardiovascular, what's the word? Endurance. Kind of like how you're all enduring me talk about something I have no idea what I'm talking about. Thanks for doing that. Appreciate it.
Pretty smart.
Jeff Mahar, good luck all. All right. It's hardcore Matt Madness, in case you were wondering, in case you didn't know. And there are some hardcore rules tonight. The only question is, do I tell you the hardcore rules now or later?
After the whole thing's over.
Wrong.
That'd be pretty hardcore.
That would be.
So we have 4 tasting I'm sorry. My apologies. Jury, strike that from the whatever. We have 4 nosing questions. Then, following that, we have 4 tasting questions. Then we have a final round, 3-minute timer where you'll be tasting the samples again. So, like I say at the beginning of each Matt Madness round, when you get to the tasting round, save some for the final round. Unless, of course, you don't want to. It's just a fair warning. You'll be tasting again. Yeah. The name of your hardcore round tonight is called Trigger Happy.
Nice.
What does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. Throughout these questions, you don't know which ones, but throughout these questions, you will earn a 1.5 times multiplier on your answer if you are the first person to answer the question.
Yes.
How many of these hardcore trigger happy questions are there? I know. Shayla knows, but you don't. They're already set into place. They're not going to change. So, do you take your time the entire time and get them right? Do you guess as fast as you can on every single question, hoping that your minimal points will earn enough of a multiplier if you get the question and your answer in first to make up for the lack of trying? Who knows?
Oh my
God.
God.
There are scattered questions throughout here. They're highlighted in our score sheet. That if you're the first person to answer if you're the first person to answer, you will earn a 1.5 times multiplier on your score.
I was literally just thinking about this. I was like, this should be the next round or next week, and he already did it.
I hate this so much. 30, as if 30 seconds is just the infinite amount of time. Now we get what, like 10, first reaction, just bam, maker's mark.
No, you still have 30.
You don't have to.
You don't have to do it.
No, I know, but obviously we're gonna try.
I mean, you might not. You don't have to, because you can take your time and actually get it correct, or you can earn 1.5 times 0, which, going back to math, was 0.
I'll just keep an eye on these guys.
That is right.
I'm just saying, you never know. So there are questions in here that have that there, but you don't know what they are. You don't know when it's coming. You don't know what they are, and you won't know until the very end.
Oh, this is so fun.
So you can either choose to try to be the quickest for no reason, because you might not earn those points, because it might not be a question, or you can just take your time, which is why I think that this is probably one of my favorite hardcore rounds so far. You just never know.
It doesn't.
That's kind of what I was wanting to do. I just didn't want to psych everyone out. I was trying to play it cool. I like this.
All right. So, like I said, I won't tell you if that's a question. We'll find out during the reveal of the answers. But let's get to the nosing round. Nosing glass A, I would like to know the age of sample A. When the music begins, you may begin nosing sample A. You have the entire length of the song to nose the glass. When the song is over, you put the glass down. You do not pick it back up. You just send the answer in our Instagram chat that we started earlier, and we will score from there. So you have the length of the song to smell it. Don't pick up the glass after that. Don't compare pours, for goodness sakes. Somebody did that in the prelims, and Chris from Bourbon of the Week was friggin' Bourbon of the Week. You know what I mean? Friggin' weak sauce. Didn't know the rules. Idiot. Just kidding, Chris. I love you. But pay attention to the rules, because I'm such a stickler around here. When the music begins, crap, it's going to take a second. I'm in the wrong folder. I'm in the hour 1 folder. Stupid. Now we're back.
My anxiety's already through the roof.
As soon as that new rule came about, I'm such an anxious person. I hate it.
Well, let's settle you down, Cliffy. Let's play a good old favorite of ours.
Brian Trevi, you should be wary. Clifton has a secret superpower. Trevi, Bry guy, you better keep a close eye, cause here is why you lose. The Cliffy bus is coming. I see him drinking something. So now you're both in trouble. You're in the loser bus. trouble, cause Cliffy shows no mercy, and you will lose for sure. When Cliffy starts his boozing, that's when you'll both start losing. The Cliffy bus is coming, I see him drinking something, and now you're both in trouble.
Glasses down and answers in on the first nosing question of this round. What a jam that Cliffy Bus song is. Am I right? Heck yeah.
So good.
Just a great, great jam. Answers are coming in slowly. WhiskeyChannel.com, you're up next week and weren't paying attention at Whiskey Mountains. What wasn't she paying attention to?
The multiplier thing that we were talking about. She said she was talking during.
Oh, that's fine. That's okay. Next week is David versus Kira versus Adriana. And that's going to be a super fun event. Super fun Friday next week.
Can't wait to see David lose.
I mean, Trev, if you want to just come on and tell him to suck it every 3 minutes, you can.
I'll do it. 3 minutes on the dot.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I think we should get right into sample B, the nosing of B.
Yeah.
I think we should. Trev doesn't go this long between drinks typically. He's starting to get furious over there in the corner.
No. I'm good. I'm honestly way more nervous than I thought I was going to be. I just want to
nervous about what? There's nothing to be nervous about.
I don't know.
Brian, what do you think?
This is you can't really put this in your mind.
I watched that video and I was like, I feel so connected with Brian right now. That's how I feel all the time. There's no idea what's going on with my mind either. Let's do sample B. Trev, chill out. Jeez Louise. Clifton is cold as ice over there. He doesn't give a shit about nothing.
He's dying on the inside.
Oh, BS.
Most definitely.
He's wearing a black shirt for a reason, guys.
And drinking out of a matte black cup.
Oh, there we go.
Spiky.
All black everything.
Yes.
Abe? Is that what it's called? All right.
Oh, yes, yeah.
This is fun. I just saw the question for B, and if you're nervous, no big deal. I wouldn't worry about it too hard. All right, sample B, nosing. When the music begins, you may begin answering this question. For 8 points, guess this bottle.
What? Are you freaking kidding me?
It's an 8-point bottle guess. Let's see who can do it. Can you guess this bottle based off the nose alone? It's the first time in Matt Madness history we're ever going to try. Let's friggin' find out. Bottle guess off the nose for 8 points?
Hardcore.
That's pretty hardcore.
So I glanced at Brian and he glanced at me. Brian whispers, hey, you like mash bill B? You like the small batch with a small batch select. His love for Four Roses is in full effect. Take the OBSK and the OBSO and the OESK and the OESO is the OESB, as you can see. Mix abandoning bourbon a difficulty. Better help Brian get his fix in of LE small batch edition. Non-chill filter demanding. There's a glass Brian won't abandon. Four Roses Glencairn whiskey debutante. Lawrenceburg KY like the lubricant. You already know not to play with Brian, cause every Four Roses he's buying. Hey, Brian, sing it! Don't you abandon bourbon, it's expensive. I said, hey, sing it, me! Maybe don't abandon bourbon. Hey, Brian, sing it! Maybe don't abandon bourbon, don't you worry. It tastes great. Don't you Maybe don't abandon bourbon.
All right. Glasses down and answers in, everybody. I didn't hear him the first time I listened to that song go, sing it, me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So good.
Sing it, me. Oh, I love it. Oh, Sean left the same thing.
Yeah, sing it, me.
Oh my gosh. A friggin' ODB. That is good. All right. Have I ever guessed anyone to guess a bottle off the nose in Mad Madness? No. First time ever.
Like, why did you wait for me to give that kind of question, dude? I'm over here shaking, and they're like, "Yeah, just name the bottle on the nose. Go."
At least you get a second guess, right? When it comes to the bottle guessing round.
We'll get there when we get there. Probably not.
Probably be different rules, Cliffy.
Of course,
Things are getting weird. Things are getting weird around here, and if I figured you guys would be into weird shit. No.
Normally,
right.
yes.
All right. Well, get your head on straight or whatever. And, you know.
Difficult.
That's not what I meant. Just.
Oh, that was a good one, Cliffy.
Thank you.
Drums and Drams, Holy Balls. This is maybe one of the best songs ever. Paisley, this might be my new favorite song. It's an ODB. That's a good one. My word. That was sample B.
Oh, so Brian, you'll just whoever's the first to guess something, will get 1.5
Just making sure that's the only. Cool.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
Got it.
Yeah.
You can you can ask me.
I
too.
didn't want to interrupt your stream because you hate that, and so I just tried to slide it right in there, and it still happened anyway. So
I'm so sorry. I'll
Brian.
respond in the comments next time. Apologies.
No, you're totally fine. I just don't want Matt to get mad at me.
Don't
Oh my gosh.
I was the one that interrupted, so he just can get mad at
No,
me.
Matt's gonna be freaking Brian again.
Did I fake it so hard that you guys actually think I'm mean? I know. That's a joke. It's all a shtick. It's a joke. I'm just joking.
Yes. We know.
If you grease it up for 3 hours straight, then maybe I might get a little annoyed. All right.
I grease
But you
it
can
up.
ask
Just get along.
I prefer talking over not talking. I prefer talking over dead silence. When it gets silent, when it gets quiet, it gets weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or just interrupt each other all the time, please.
Mm-hmm. That's always a good way to do it.
That's a good way to live life, really.
Well, now I know that friggin' Brian's terrified of me. Wow.
Okay. Cool.
It's true.
Oh man.
Someone in the chat said I'm getting too skinny. I weigh 235 pounds. It's definitely not. It just looks weird because I used to be enormous.
I think
You're
you're
looking
like the
jacked is what you're looking. Don't listen to the haters.
Nosing.
I don't think that's a hater. I think that's a compliment.
No, I was just messing.
No, I know.
All right, let's do this. I want to know the age of sample C on the nose. The age of sample C. And I think that should be easy enough. When the music begins, you may begin. I don't want to update my phone. Leave me alone about it. Jeez, every friggin' 3 minutes, they're like, you didn't do it yet. I know. I'll wait till you force me again. Friggin' Samsungs. They're pushy.
Yeah, they are pushy. I just keep going 2 a.m. Just do it at 2 a.m. But then I'm usually up, and then I'm like, never mind.
Then I'm worried that my alarm won't go off for me to wake my kids up.
Fair.
It's not going to start, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, when the music begins, you may begin. It's nosing glass C. Nosing glass C.
He's bites and he's bourbon. He's games with a whiskey twist. He's Cliffy on occasion. Brian's smart, but he's smarter. Trev reminds me of chicken cock. And Clifton's mostly left-handed. What it all boils down to is Clifton is going to beat these guys. 'Cause he's got one hand on his bourbon, and he'll win this round single-handedly. 'Cause he's got one hand on his bourbon, and the other one... Not funny, David.
Oh my god.
Time's up. Glasses down. ASMR Whiskey. The way you threatened the contestants last year when they discussed their answers during the scoring round did make you look mean. Oh, I'm sorry. ASMR Whiskey. Wait, I'm super sorry if it sounded like that. All I was trying to do was make the reveal a little bit special so that people didn't know what other people guessed. You know? It's like anticlimactic if we went the other way. But if I sounded mean, I'm really sorry. You idiot.
That was one of the coolest things you've ever done.
Sometimes you need to talk on someone's level if you're trying to get through to them. You know what I mean?
I'm so hardcore right now.
I was just joking. But no, I don't mean to. If I'm trying to, listen, I'm a dick. All right.
No. You're just trying to make it like
shut your mouth.
He's just trying to make it dramatic and fun.
Right. That's all I'm trying to do. I just want to make it fun.
Yeah.
And if I see a score sheet, and it's like, oh, I can kind of tell like this is going to be a deciding factor here. Like this person thinks this and this person thinks this.
Yeah.
And as we boil down, it's like, oh, it's close. But it's like if we already know that those two think that the one glass we're going to get to in the end is like, then it ruins it. It ruins the surprise. Am I the only one who cares about surprises anymore? Everyone just, hey, you know what? Everyone can just open their presents on Christmas friggin' December 1st, whatever. America. I'm turning into a giant jerk face, and I'm super sorry.
Totally fine.
It fits you well. You're so mean.
It comes in a shirt, yeah.
This shirt was way more expensive than I thought it was going to be nicer. I'm going to go ahead and say that. That's for sure. Got a shipment, and I said, oh, this was a shipment of shirts.
It's giving Ryan Seacrest, or like Ryan Seacrest on New Year's Eve.
Keep talking. Say more. Keep going. Yeah.
He's going to give you bonus points for this.
That's all I'm trying to
Talk to me.
Thank you.
Not trying to get good points here.
Extra points.
You guys are hard.
Oh, yeah.
Sample D on the nose. This is a product of What Kentucky Distillery. When the music begins, you may begin nosing Sample D. Sample D only. When the music begins, you may begin nosing Sample D. If you're ready, then so am I. Here we go.
Don't have to be rich to win this round. You don't have to say let's go to stick around. Ain't no particular day when Trev can steal the win. We all know that the winner tonight will be Cliffy. Oh yeah. Why is Trev so skinny and drinks so much bourbon? Make his marks overrated.
God dang, that's good.
Time's up. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is really good. Man, this is so much fun. Thank you everybody for being here. My mom's in the house. Hey mom, love you. Nice to see you here. Freaking love you. Can't wait to see you in a few weeks. Gonna go visit my parents down in Florida and gonna go see the Like family. I texted one of my good friends who is also a sponsor of Mad Madness, Alec from Alec Bradley Cigars. I said, how far are you from the Tampa area? And he did not answer me. But he was very active in other group chats I'm a part of. So thanks, Alec, for that. You son of a bitch. I love you too. But it hurt my feelings a little bit. But I'm the mean one, you know? I'm the jerk.
This is how you become the bad guy. You just get picked on by these mean people.
I got picked on so hard when I was little. And then I married my wife, and she's like, I can pick on you and nothing will happen? Great.
What a deal.
Yeah. How do you guys feel like you're doing in the nosing round? Cliffy, killing it?
You know what? I thought so. That last one tripped me up because they're like two distilleries that I get so mixed up on, and I just picked one and tried to hope that was the hardcore question.
Oh, so you went quick. You went quick about it.
Yeah.
Yep. Trev, how do you feel you did there on this nosing round?
There was a couple that I was more confident with my answer, but then like as it went on, it made me start thinking like I would give an answer, or I gave an answer earlier that would have better reflected, you know, the I don't even know what I'm saying now.
No,
it doesn't matter.
I gave an answer and then I came up with a better one later.
Yeah.
That's why you can't set it too early. You can't hope that it's going to be the hardcore question.
No. Not time frame. I mean, like earlier in the flight, I gave an answer, and then I get to another one and was like, that answer probably would have been better for that.
These are all Maker's Mark.
Way down the line, yeah.
If these are all Maker's Mark, I'm ending my channel. I'm done.
I watched his training session. He was live earlier training, and I did everything that his chat told him to do. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that too. Yeah, good tips, guys. Keep them coming.
Brian, how do you feel like your nose is working this evening? Good? Bad?
Yeah, I feel pretty confidently unconfident in that if I didn't get it right, I got it wrong. So I can feel pretty sure about that.
That makes sense.
Cheers to that.
Yeah.
I feel like you all said the same thing, just different ways.
Yeah.
This is my bourbon podcast. That's Perry. Wonder what it's like to be texting with Matt and not getting a reply. Oh, wait. Listen, I reply to text most of the time. Emails are hard.
He's a busy guy.
Oh, I see. This is okay. If we're spitting beans here, send me a text yesterday at 3:50 p.m. and then was pissed by 3:59. I'm sorry, dude. She's a weed. 3:59 minutes.
So many enemies today.
I'm a jerk. Jeez, Perry's just pointing out all the facts that I'm a jerk. Thanks, Perry, for the $5 super chat. I love you. 818 people here ready to get to the tasting round, and so am I. I'd make 819. Shayla, 820. Going once?
Going twice?
All right. Let's do this. Tasting round. Oh, this is a good one. Just want to know on here. Oh, where's my stuff? There it is. That's not it. Why am I here? You don't know what I'm talking about. I do.
Existential questions.
We got it. True or false? Sample A was finished in a secondary barrel for 2 points. When the music begins, you may begin tasting sample A. Backward to the palate now. Sample A, ready to rock and roll? Let's do it.
Trev is bad at Matt Madness, just as bad as he can be. Trev is bad at Matt Madness, just as bad as he can be. His body measurements are perfect in every dimension. He's got a figure that's sure to get attention. He's masculinity in motion, he's a sight to see. I get so excited viewing his anatomy.
All right, glasses down, please. Glasses down. Answers in. Let's get those answers in. I'm going to take a peek at the old score sheet. I'm just curious. I want to see how we're doing on the nosing round. Nosing round. Okay. All right. Okay. Like to see it. Like to see all those points still left out there in available land, not being used for anything. That's okay. The pal around is where everybody turns it around. Tammy, Brannicky, Trev, you know I love you, but go Clifton. Focus, my son. Woo woo.
Oh, love you, Tammy.
Whatever, Mom.
Ah, the Brannickies. The friggin' Brannickies. Brewbaker Maker's in the hizzy. What's going on? Brewbaker Maker's here.
Hey, Ernie.
I love me some Ernie Brewbaker. I think let's just dive right into sample B. Let's dive
please.
right into sample B.
I'm going to soak in my sorrows after tasting that.
Does sample B's mash bill have a secondary grain of corn, wheat, rye, or malted barley? The secondary grain in the mash bill of this whiskey. It's for 3 points. When the music begins, you may begin tasting sample B. Here we go.
Don't have to be rich to win this round. You don't have to say let's go to stick around. Ain't no particular day when Trev can steal the win. We all know that the winner tonight will be Cliffy. Oh yeah. Why is Trev so skinny and drinks so much bourbon? Make his marks overrated.
All right, glasses down. Glasses down, answers in.
This
It's
is
a
where it
solid
all
jam.
falls apart.
On sample B, you know, there's so much time left. There's so much time. Don't
It's going downhill.
say that. Keith Link, I have as many points as Matt. You have 4 exclamation points. That's way more than I have. Boom. Keith Link. Thank you for super chat. Appreciate it. Then Whiskey Mountains, Adriana. Cliffy Bus is coming, or at least killing it in the song category. Less nerves, more enjoyment. Have fun, y'all. She says hypocritically. With a winky face, by the way. Eric Sawyer says, Matt says glasses down so meanly. I know. Because it's so that they know I mean business. You know what I mean? That's my browser history would say different. You know what I mean?
True.
That's a joke. Or you never know. VPN, incognito, all the things.
You're going to go to prison one day.
You need a VPN.
Don't say that. That's a fear of mine. For no reason either. It's just like, I don't.
Every time I hear a siren outside, I get freaked out for no reason. Like, and I'm like, wait,
Right.
why are they stopping? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, what did you do? You know?
I'm glad I'm not the
Like,
only one that thinks that. Oh
Mhm.
my god.
it's just a scary, scary thought, you know?
Yeah.
Cliffy, I wish we were closer.
I do too. I was gonna make another joke about being not allowed in certain areas, but I'm like, no, that's taking it a little too far.
We're good.
Are we on sample C or D?
C.
See, I think. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and click on the right one then. Sample C is mash bill of a primary grain of corn, wheat, rye, or malted barley. The primary grain: corn, wheat, rye, or malted barley. Was that a Shayla? Wait a second. Was that what that was?
Oh no, that was like primary, as in like first, not second. The first,
Oh.
you know.
I see.
Just to
Thought
make
it was a Matt. Wait a second.
Oh no, sorry.
You guys are allowed to speak up. You can yell at me and make fun of me. I take it good. I promise.
Oh,
I would never
ew.
do that to you.
Sheila, you got that too.
When the music begins, you can begin tasting glass C.
Madness Clark Clifton one-handed whiskey samples at the door. Picture this, imagine Trevor butt naked and now try to guess his score. Why does Brian look like he is lost without Drew Whiskey? Why do 10 people leave Matt Madness every time we start to sing? How can you assume that get up on the topper? How can you the root to fall about and on the supper? How can you not to call a Cliffy bigger papa? How can then the Brian and the Rocket in the bumper? How can you
Classes down, please.
Oh,
Thank you.
No,
Thank
no, I
you.
prefer the other way.
Thank you, everybody. You listen so good.
Yeah.
Who wants a
I kinda like
sticker? Who wants a sticker? Anybody? Nobody?
Trev
Okay.
wanted the sticker. I saw his hand.
No, and nobody wants. Okay. Well, maybe next time.
Whatever.
These Agent or knee glasses are my new. Typically, if I were to drink just by myself, I'd drink out of a whiskey glass or Glencairn. But all of a sudden, these things are growing on me like the weird mole that I need to have checked out. It's like I can't stop. I like it.
I haven't tried them, but Asian Door is the shit. Like I buy their stuff all the time. So not sponsored. Like I'm personally not sponsored, but if Asian Door was interested, I really do like their shit.
They're awesome people. They make awesome stuff.
Matt, do you have the flight thing with the mini Glen things with the blind set?
Right here.
The blind set. Oh,
this one?
Whoa! Yeah, I don't have it, but I like those. I like the glasses size.
Mhm.
And the little rings.
Yeah, and like you can see they're lettered on the bottom. Come on, focus it. Do it.
Yeah.
So they have the letters on the bottom.
My dog.
I don't know what's more impressive, the letters on the bottom or that autofocus speed.
And then they're meant for traveling because they have these neck rings. You can label your glasses with the neck rings, and then when you travel, you can turn them upside down, and the glasses don't even fall out.
Dude, that's like Dairy Queen.
Exactly.
And you're telling me that the sponsor of tonight's episode are the people who make that?
They gave Dairy Queen the idea.
Support this channel by going and buying that?
Absolutely, you can. They're great. And when I was talking with Keegan from Asian Door, I was like, I love your shit, man. Like I use it, I love it a lot. I said it's like I have ideas, but that's where it stops. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, you have good ideas, and then you actually do them, and you do them right. Like that's the cool thing. I wish I could do that.
Well, have y'all had the travel bottle like flight set thing they do? I love that. I bring it with me every time I fly. Like I feel like so confident in like the whiskeys getting there safely.
Just got all the things.
Did they survive? That is
They're fine. Those things, I'm not even worried about them.
Nope.
Definitely.
And Matt totally didn't make us say these things at this point in time in the show. So regardless of sponsorship.
We're not getting sent anything via PayPal after the stream.
Good stuff. It's all good stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, that locking other thing, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Looks like they need to put that in the travel kit.
They need to say the Dairy Queen of whiskey glasses. I mean that's
At least I got Clifton.
Yeah, I'm sure that'd probably go over well with the all. Let's see. Are we on D now? We're on D now, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I think I already spoiled it when I clicked it earlier, but if you didn't read it, then you might be in for a bit of a surprise because sample D, palette, when the music begins, I would like you name this bottle. Sample D, name this bottle, first time tasting it.
Crazy mofo.
Bottle guess on the first taste. The music will be a bit extended, give you a little extra time, not foreverville, but guess the bottle on sample D. First time tasting it. When the music begins, you may begin tasting sample D. Let's go.
So I glanced at Brian and he glanced at me. Brian whispers, hey, you like mash bill B? You like the small batch with a small batch select. His love for Four Roses is in full effect. Take the OBSK and the OBSO, and the OESK and the OESO is the OESV, as you can see. Makes abandoning bourbon a difficulty. Better help Brian get his fix in of LE small batch additions. Non-chill filter demanding. There's a glass Brian won't abandon. Four Roses, Glencairn, Whiskey, Debutante, Lawrenceburg, KY like the lubricant. You already know not to play with Brian, cause every Four Roses he's buying. Hey, Brian, sing it! Don't you abandon bourbon, it's expensive. I said, hey, sing it, me. Maybe don't abandon bourbon. Hey, Brian, sing it! Maybe don't abandon bourbon, don't you worry, it tastes great. Don't you Maybe don't abandon bourbon. Sexy Brian, sexy. Sexy Brian, sexy.
Glasses down.
That makes me uncomfortable. You gotta go back to the other way.
I'm really having a hard time making everyone comfortable, aren't I?
I know.
That's okay. The mash bill did, oh boy, Dini Tirio have a Dance Fever garage sale. Looking good this season, Maddie. Oh, thank you. Dude, thanks. I like looking ridiculously great. You know what I mean? And I don't know if this is helping, but it definitely is shiny. And we like shiny things around here.
Oh, it's helping. It's helping real good.
I need to know where you got that.
Amazon.com.
Oh,
Good site. I think I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's-
What'd you
they
search?
sell-
What'd you type in to get that to pop up?
Oh, great question.
This is where you get
boy.
in trouble with the browsing history.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. I mean, I've typed a lot of different shit, but I don't want to give away anything that is coming in the future. So I think I just typed in. I don't even know. But I mean, if you literally just type in fancy button-up shirts or like shiny or like patterned or like crazy, any word like that.
Shiny,
And then-
fancy button shirt that Matt has worn pops right up.
Mhm.
All right.
Or just blow up to 235, Trev. I'll send it to you, and it'll be a little big on you.
Owns
That's
a liquor store.
Yeah, that'll work.
Basically, that was the Mary Bobos of voices. I gotta talk to Jason Masterdrum. He just came back from Jack Daniel, so I have to ask him. No, Sean, that's not what I searched for.
yeah. Fair.
There it is, Patrick Hugh, shiny shirts. See, Amazon would mean, did you mean shiny? And I've been like, of course I did.
Now I'm Googling pimp shirts just to see what.
It's going to be the first
Just
result.
to see what happens.
Yeah, it's just this shirt. There's snowflakes. Dang it, none of them are the same. None of them are the same. Yeah.
I should be wearing that. It freaking snowed in Los Angeles for the first time ever this week, and it was really freaking weird.
Well,
we're not too far off with the. This is what the
That's
pimp shirts.
exactly what he's wearing.
I have no comment about what was or was not delivered today. So
That was one of them.
That's
But
so funny.
I can tell you exactly what happened because what Shayla just showed up, that was 100. That's like the same distributor that Wish.com is.
it might match these though.
Oh, hello.
My wife thinks I'm going through a phase, and I'm like, babe, I've always wanted light up shoes, and these match my shirt.
Dude, if you wore that to dinner one night, that's just the sickest thing ever.
You're the shit. I'm like, oh, who's this guy? Oh, he must be famous. Let me get a selfie with him.
I mean, my kids love them. They're like, what is that? I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna pick them up in school with them and go on walks with them at night for safety, of course.
There you go. Gotta be resourceful.
You just have to buy fake Air Force Ones with light up soles that are very uncomfortable and barely fit.
Oh, dang it.
You know what I mean? They're great. It's the
Dude,
best.
I found those shoes instantly, and I'm going to buy some.
Dude,
I
yeah,
don't even wear
they're-
shoes
they're
like that. And
They
I
got
like-
great reviews.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of people wear them, I guess.
None of them said they were uncomfortable, right?
I think that most of the stuff I've been buying lately from Amazon.com, the bookstore says most people wear them as costumes. Not interested. I'm more into everyday wear, which is it's just what I have to do. Is slip and jimmy it all day.
Yep.
Cam Lund, they do make them. I wear a size 13, and I had to find the right one because there's, when all these companies are selling the same exact thing with their sticker on it, you just have to find the right company that has your size. But I saw them up to size 15. All right, let's get into the final tasting round. If it's okay with you guys, obviously. I wouldn't want to be pushy. Wouldn't want to be pushy or mean or anything like that. So it's totally up to you. But I feel like we could get there if we tried together. So we have the whole world in our hands. And
I miss the old Matt. Be straight with this. Come on.
Yeah,
You're a little out of context.
Not really.
Final round. Tasting round, 3-minute timer. I want you to guess the proof on every whiskey. 3 minutes, 4 proof guesses. Can you do it? Can you not? Oh, by the way, just want to let you know, the hardcore guesses were for just the first 2 rounds. This is not on any sort of speed thing. None of them are in this round. That's fair for me to tell you.
Thank God.
That was the least mean thing I've ever done. Just told you that.
Yep.
We need a legit swirl job tutorial. I'll show you how to work the wrist, Keith. I'll show you how to work the wrist.
Just meet me out back after the show.
Yeah, we'll get down to it. And swirl job lessons are pretty cheap, especially if you buy in bulk. You know what I mean? If you get on the payment, like the monthly.
Are you like teaching everyone this? Because
Not all at once.
Or maybe.
Yeah, it just depends. It just depends.
I like where this is going.
After party's gonna be fun.
We gotta get Cliffy riled up on the Cliffy bus. This is year number 1 that he's not cliffed up.
I'm taking this seriously this year. Not that I didn't previously, but like, it's on.
It's on.
Honestly, I just wanted Trev to end up shirtless, and it hasn't happened yet. So I'm like a little. It's been a minute since we've done this, right?
Yeah, that's what Christian says. All right,
Is that why Cliffy's here?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
What do you mean? To do what?
For Trev to get shirtless.
Oh.
I mean, that's why I signed up, right?
I didn't put two and two together.
Matt, don't be a bully.
That was part of the contract. I signed it.
Well, then I can't, this has to happen. So whatever happens, happens. When the music begins, you may begin tasting these final guesses for the final round. 3-minute timer. Guess the proof of each glass. Maximum of 5 points per glass. If you're ready, then so am I. Let's do the final round to see who moves on to the next round of Matt Madness.
Welcome to your 3-minute timer. Contestants, one word of advice. Don't f*** this up. Here we go again, another week of Matt Madness, another weekly order of songs from Matt. It's getting difficult doing a dozen songs a week. Matt keeps the man a musical distraction. Why did I sign Matt's contract? I am working all night on songs for Matt Madness. Working Matt Madness, singing songs and writing timers, barely getting by. What's with Friday double headers? Matt just asks for more, as if songs just grow on trees. Can someone tell Matt about their labor practices? Matt Madness. Does Matt know I have a day job? And poor Shayla bought so much math it makes her head throb. How about 1 per week? But Matt keeps on booking doubles. I swear sometimes that man is just looking for trouble.
Minute 50 left.
Finish your song and the madness continues. My writer's block is starting to cause issues. My therapist says I need to get away. Another Friday's here and I'm left without a choice. Matt hasn't replied to a single invoice. What can I do? I gotta keep making fun of Whiskey Tube. Working Matt Madness, singing songs and writing timers, barely getting by. What's with Friday double headers? Matt just asks for more, as if songs just grow on trees. Can someone tell Matt about their labor practices? Matt Madness. Does Matt know I have a day job? And poor Shayla bought so much math it makes her head throb. How about 1 per week? But Matt keeps on booking doubles. I swear sometimes that man is just looking for troubles. Matt Madness. He's got me drinking and a-singing every Thursday night. Matt keeps my phone a-ringing. He says, where's my songs? His anger's my affliction. It's like getting an angry voice mail from Mel Gibson. Matt Madness. Matt may be out to hurt me. This just don't feel right. What is this Nazi Germany? And poor Shayla bought additions, not even her strong suit. But we're under contract and we don't want a lawsuit. Matt Madness, singing songs and writing timers, barely getting by. What's with Friday double headers? Matt just asks for more, as if songs just grow on trees. Can someone tell Matt about their labor practices?
Okay, a song about me being mean. Great, grand, wonderful. He has a point, though. He definitely has a point. That is such a wonderful tune. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. David, thank you so much for the music again this week. You are a beautiful human being, a beautiful man, and I love you. Kira, thank you for allowing him to do so, because I know how shit works, and you're the boss. So if you didn't allow it, then it would not be a thing. So Kira, thank you. David, thank you. Everybody in chat, thank you so much for being here. Friggin' love it. WhiskeyChannel.com says hashtag fair labor practices.
Kira, I'll buy you some earplugs for next year.
Oh, man. Whoops. Let's see. I was trying to do things that I don't even know what the heck I'm doing. There we go. All righty. Anybody checking the copyright infringements on these songs? Yes, that is what YouTube does.
100%.
And every time I leave with Matt Madness, if I check my email, there are probably 5 or 6 emails from YouTube, and they're like, yo, bitch, that wasn't great. And I'm like, super sorry. And they're like, there's going to be some people who are going to want a chunk of that, of whatever. They're going to monetize it for you. I don't monetize these like for views, but other people do. Other people do. So thank you, everybody, for watching. This has been a super fun night. Next week, we have David versus Kira from WhiskeyChannel.com. Oh, my gosh. Versus Whiskey Mountains, Adriana.
Oof, that's a fun pair up.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Hey, what in the heck? I'm upset.
What?
Because something happened. Something happened in...
Oh, did I miss something?
No. This has nothing to do with anybody. So everyone, It's okay. I'm not mad at anybody. Please don't think I'm upset with anyone here.
Your voice and your voice raised 3 decibels, and I got worried.
This is purely a Matt and his computer thing. Krista says that she says I don't notice it, but am I getting meaner? Oh no. It might be real. I need to talk to somebody. I need to talk to Sean about this. Let it all out on him, Let's see here. Here we go.
Oh, wait. Is that right? Hold on.
I'm not even looking at that, Shayla. I'm not even concerned with the scores.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm talking to myself. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, what in the world?
I'm concerned by how concerned Matt is right now. I'm just, what is
There's
it?
definitely something going on behind the scenes.
Oh.
They're looking at some numbers. They're like,
No, not at all. I created a clip and I uploaded it to StreamYard, and I meant to use it all night, and then I just realized that it wasn't there. So it just did not upload. Like, it only uploaded some of the clips. That's why there's been not as many, but
Sug it. Sug it.
That was supposed to be there all night for my use, and it was not there.
That would have been so useful. Shoot. Because we said that like 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well. Let me take a peek at the scoreboard and see if we'll be able to use it later in Matt Madness. Well, there's always next year.
I feel like I knew what was going on, and then in that last round, I just changed everything.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Well, let's see if it paid off for you.
I think we're good. I just double checked math because math.
All right. Well, let's get into this. See if Trev's what do you call it?
Confidence?
No, the way he did things, his strategy paid off. Man, I'm the worst with anything that has to do with speaking. It all starts with thinking, though, and I'm bad at that. All right. I asked you on glass A to smell glass A and tell me the age of glass A. This was your first hardcore question. The first person to answer got double the points. Cliffy guessed 4 points. Brian guessed 4 points. Trev guessed geez, wow. I should shut up.
I'm so
Cliffy guessed, I'm telling you, it's bad. Cliffy guessed 4 years. Brian guessed 6 years. Trev guessed 11 years. Trev was the first one to answer and got 0 points.
Gosh dang it.
Brian earned 4 points, as did Cliffy. So because the correct answer was 5 years. 5 years was the correct answer. Moving to sample B. Get your shit together, Matt. All right, we're doing it. Sing at me, as David would say. I asked you to guess this bottle on the nose. Cliffy guessed Rare Breed. Brian guessed Sagamore Toasted Rye. And Trev guessed Henry McKenna. All 3 of you were incorrect. That's okay. It was the first time I've ever asked anybody to guess a bottle off the nose. Sample C was your second hardcore question. The first person to answer received a 1.5x multiplier. I asked you to guess the age of this whiskey. Cliffy guessed 10 years. Brian guessed 13 years. Trev guessed 10. Correct answer was 6 years old. And who was the first to answer that one?
So if it didn't matter, I just didn't put it, basically.
Oh, Brian. So far we are we're going the first person to answer these as scoring zeros. Pretty.
I probably should have written it down.
No, that's okay.
I forgot.
That's a pretty interesting stat so far. But if you rushed it, you did poorly, which also shows that there is skill involved, right?
Shoot.
Just saying. Sample D, I said guess the distillery. Cliffy guessed Jim Beam. Brian guessed Castle and Key. Trev guessed Heaven Hill. All 3 of you were incorrect. The correct distillery is Wild Turkey.
Wow.
On the palate, sample A. True or false, this is a finished whiskey. Clifton guessed true. Brian guessed false. Trev guessed true. Correct answer, false. Sample B on the palate was a hardcore question. The first person to answer received a 1.5x multiplier on their score. I said, what is the secondary grain of sample B? Clifton guessed corn. Brian guessed wheat. Trev guessed rye.
And Cliffy was the first on that one.
Cliffy was the first one to answer and earned 0 points. Brian guessed correctly. It's a wheated bourbon. As a secondary grain is wheat. So the wheated bourbon, yep. Moving on to sample C, I said guess the primary grain of sample C. Clifton guessed malted barley. Brian guessed corn. Trev guessed corn. This was a hardcore question. And earning 1.5 times his score was Trev. The primary grain of sample C was corn. Congrats,
I got
Trev.
a point.
You earned a multiplier. So boom, bang, pow. Check that out. Sample D, I said, guess this bottle off taste alone. Cliffy guessed Dickel Bourbon. Brian guessed Castle and Key. And Trev guessed Rebel 10 in a box. So that was extremely specific. If I didn't get it in a box, you would have been screwed. But also, it's not Rebel 10. So you got it wrong anyway. And then we went to the proof round, the final round. You had 3 minutes to guess a proof of each bottle. Sample A. Cliffy guessed 90 proof. Brian 120. Trev 115. Correct proof on sample A was, and what you were drinking, 115 proof.
I
Doc
freaking knew it.
Swinson. That's a blender's cut right there. The blender's cut.
Trev, you were thinking those Doc Swinsons would show up.
No, and I knew. That's why I said I second guessed myself, because as soon as I tasted it, I knew. I said it's 115 because I knew it was that goddamn Doc Swinson's.
Nice.
But I didn't get to guess the bottle.
Next time, just guess the bottle just for fun. It doesn't hurt you.
Oh yeah.
Made it just in time.
That's the
Looking
only one
sexy.
I
Do the
thought I
contest start yet? What's up, Thrasher? Thanks for the super chat. So yeah, it was Doc Swinson Blender's Cut, sample A. Sample B. Guess a proof. Cliffy guessed 110. Brian guessed 116. Trev guessed 123. The correct guess, or the correct proof was 121. And you were drinking Larceny Barrel Proof batch B522. Wow. B522, Larceny Barrel Proof. So you earned some points for that, guys. Got some good points there. Sample C, proof guess. Cliffy guessed 100, Brian 104, Trev 90. The correct proof on sample C was 95, and you were drinking Lucky 7, the Jokester. The Jokester.
Interesting.
And then sample D.
Wow.
Busting out sample D. Said guess the proof sample D. Cliffy 86, Brian 114, Trev 100. The correct proof was 110, and you were drinking a 9-year Russell's Reserve single barrel.
Interesting.
I was so off on proof. Like I knew, like that's what killed me last year is proof, and I did it this year again.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think that's crazy. All of those.
What was crazy about like just they threw you off or what?
Yeah, no, just like when you drink them and smell them and nose them, it's like I knew what it was, and it was totally wrong on all of them. I smelled C and was like, "That's freaking Eagle Rare." Like I put my answer in like 1 second.
I got Dickel on D and this freaking Wild Turkey. Like, God, like who am I? Like, am I even worthy of the channel at this point?
No, that's they're a little nutty, like they're a little funky. Like I can see people confusing Dickel with Wild Turkey. It's not,
especially when you have like 0 seconds. So right. it's totally fine.
Yeah, that is not weird at all. You guys all did great. Cliffy came in the third place bronze medalist with 8 points this evening. Trev Wilson, the runner-up, with a super solid showing and a super solid body. No big deal. 18.5 points for Trev. And the winner tonight, moving on to the next round of Matt Madness from Abandoned Bourbon, Brian Bikey with 22 points. Congratulations, Brian. You did great. That was pretty friggin' Midwestern of me. The word great had 6 syllables. Pretty great.
Congratulations, Brian.
Great job, Brian. High fives.
Tell me where you bought your T-shirt.
I couldn't tell you. It was my dad.
Searched Amazon for very cool dude shirts.
You gotta look up. You gotta look up fancy shirts on Amazon, and then go to the second link, and that's what this is.
I see what you did.
Now listen. So Brian, in the next round, you will be facing not 1 but 2 bourbon junkies. So you are gonna have to. I listen. I'm gonna need you to take as much alpha brain as humanly possible, and really try to focus on really anything else, because it's usually a whole thing. I think you'll fit in great. I think that there might be a little bit of smack talk. I think that you are, the way that you smack talk tonight. Let's see it.
Should I try it now?
Yeah,
yes, yeah. Hells yeah.
Pull it in. Do a little after.
Oh! What the fuck is that?
This is really heavy. These Maker's bottles are really heavy, by the way. That was a bad choice.
3.75. It's just like,
that was a bad choice.
Trev didn't get any Makers this year. That's okay though. So, Trev, you did great. I think next year will be the year where you move to the second round.
Hey,
you're getting better every year, and I feel like next year I will match you up in a way that there's no way you can lose.
Hey, listen. And I was thinking about this today. If I lose, and I just did, I am number 1 loser, because the first year I lost a round and then was still in the contest and lost another round. So I lost twice. I'm the number 1 loser.
Yeah. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't call yourself that.
No, I'm in first place.
Let him be number
I feel
1.
great.
Let him be number 1.
All you winners suck. I'm a loser.
So suck it.
Suck it.
Suck it.
You see it right here.
It's just you guys are good though.
Look, I just think that I think Trev's got to take his shirt off for that.
I've been
It's
waiting
just
all
unfair.
freaking night,
It's
man.
only
Come on.
fair.
Yeah.
It's only fair.
Everyone wanted my shirt off.
Because you
We
work
set a
out, Trav.
precedent last year.
You're the only one. Yeah, if you lose, you take your shirt off, and
That's
is
how
what
it
is.
goes. That's the reason you lost.
I don't think
That's the
Shayla
reason
minds
I
either. It's
beat
fine.
you.
We just gotta.
Sort of.
Matt wants it. It's just you gotta.
I'm sick
never-
of
You have
being
to.
used as a
You
sex
basically have to.
object. Okay.
There we go.
Why is my mouse just did that? I don't know why my mouse did
Oh,
that.
wait, where'd it go?
You better
Oh,
watch
there it is.
out.
Come on, autofocus. Ah, damn autofocus didn't focus.
Wait, was he not wearing pants? Did y'all see that? Was he in boxers? What was
I don't
that?
think so.
No, he had basketball shorts or
Okay.
something.
He had nothing
there
but a
we go.
mellow corn.
It's how we
I
do
really
it.
don't mind being in last place tonight after this.
Hey, you know what? I would like to say that sexualizing people is wrong, and that was a little. Trev, we're sorry, and I didn't do anything except for make you bigger.
I
Well,
take
let's
full
should have said that.
credit for sexualizing Trev and Trev.
Yeah, Cliffy takes full responsibility
I
for what
do.
just happened.
No, I said I take full credit, not full responsibility.
Oh,
Those are
okay, okay.
completely
Well, I mean,
different.
both. It works both ways.
Just kidding. You know I love you, Trev.
Oh.
You did. Well, it went back on quickly. That's fine. That's all right. There's always
Oh,
next
this
year.
It's back to normal now. It sucks.
This is a family show.
Is it though? Is it?
I think it is. I think that it's pretty much it started that way.
Yeah.
And then shit happened in like the first 2 ever live streams I did. Trev was there all night for it, and the guy went a little bit out of control. Trev's been ride or die since day one, and by that I mean he'll stay up all night and babysit you while you're passed out on the couch screaming. It's pretty cool. Way to
I
go,
don't
Trev.
think
Thanks.
there's many people around left that were there for that.
There were enough.
Enough to keep the memory alive.
That's too good.
Good times.
All right. Well, I had a blast tonight. This is a doubleheader. I'm sorry if I'm like under the weather. I'm like friggin' not feeling great. And it kind of hit me a little bit later. I woke up this morning feeling like crap, but it's been getting to like amp up a little bit. So I'm sorry if I've been a little bit weird. But at the same time, you guys didn't do shit to help. And that's me being extremely mean. What's up with all you assholes? That's a joke. It's a joke.
No worries.
But I want to say thank you for coming on. Thank you again for participating. Trev, I love you, man. Can't wait to see you again. Cliffy, we need to meet one day. You're not too far away from Colorado.
We can totally do it. Let's do it next year or so. Let's do it.
Okay. Thanks for really.
I mean,
next year.
We can all do it. We can all do it.
Let's do it next. Let's meet up. Let's meet up, and why? Let's not be too. Let's not rush it.
Somewhere in this decade,
sometime before we die. Let's meet. And Brian, I gave you a hug once in a random restaurant. I think if it wasn't a hug, I wanted one. But I can't wait to see you again. But we won't have to wait too long to see Brian again because he will be competing again soon. Thank you so much for playing tonight. I appreciate you. Shayla, of course, thank you for scoring this evening. And again, the 662 people in chat, please go to these channels: Abandoned Bourbon, Bourbon Wrench, Whiskey Central, and Bourbon Bites, in that order or a different order if you're a rebel, and subscribe to them all. Give them that dopamine rush, that subscriber jump. It helps. It feels good. It feels good to see that. And then leave a comment on their video telling Trev that his shoulders are gigantic, or that Brian is one of the best tasters you've ever seen, or that Cliffy is just the best Cliffy bus driver you can imagine.
That's about it.
That's all. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week for Kira versus David versus Adriana Whiskey Mountains. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey, like I always say. Nick the Greek says, thanks, Matt and Davis and Shayla. Keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on maybe washing the shirts you get from Amazon.com when you type in shiny shirts before you wear them. Maybe that's what's making me feel sick. You know what I mean? They say that stuff about Sheen. They're like, you got to wash them. And I'm like, if I wash them, then all the shiny will come off. I know it. I just know it. Just got to wear them right out of the box, like underpants and pillowcases, like Dan Shook did. He almost ruined his face forever for that. But anyway, keep your mind on that. And I love you. See you next week. Great to see you all. Good night.